house of her friends.
The kid's gonna be far out.
Good morning. Good morning. Say it with me now. Good morning. Nobody's responding. Fine. Hi. Hope you guys are having a good Monday. I pulled an all-nighter and then I went to bed. And then I woke up bad. Hi. Okay, so I meant good afternoon. Same thing. Same thing. Same thing. I guess it's my affiliate anniversary, kinda. I mean, I think it's said that it's my affiliate anniversary yesterday too, and the day before. Every time my affiliate anniversary pops up, it says that it's my affiliate anniversary every day for a week, 2 weeks. So I do not know what my affiliate anniversary is, but that's fine. Thank you guys for wishing me happy affiliate anniversary. I appreciate it. Hello, tools. Yeah, it's not morning. It's not morning. I know. So hi, Cassiel. And right, I always forget what day it is. Like, life changes when you're not in school. I don't know. I mean, work is kind of similar because you need a schedule because of that. But I don't know. I can't keep track of things because my sleep schedule's weird. Yeah. It's like the Battle City theme in Yu-Gi-Oh! I love it. Well, actually, I don't think it was exclusive to Battle City. I gotta rewatch. Hi, Mina. Thank you for the sub. I have, because it's on the spot, my memory's scrambling. I literally rewatch Yu-Gi-Oh! Like every single year. But everybody, hello. Also, I got a follow earlier. Thank you so much if you're still here. I wanted to say it out loud. I didn't want to type it. Sometimes I don't mind typing responses, but I wanted to say it out loud. My neat friends always ask me if I'm around, and it's like 10 a.m. on a Wednesday. People think I'm a neat because my schedule's so weird. Also, literally, I will hit up everybody in existence at like 4 a.m. to play Friend Slop, including friends that are never awake. Like, I keep messaging like one particular person. He never responds when it's 4 a.m. And then I spam him and I start cry emoji and then he wakes up like a normal person at a normal time and he's like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, I was asleep. And I'm like, why weren't you there for me? You needed to fill slot 4. Friend Slop is fun slop. What's cool about having a bad schedule is there's times when I'm able to catch Mog early. Like, I thought about DMing you, Mog, just to say hi because I was like wide awake at like a decent time for you. I was probably awake during your afternoon. What is it right now for you? Like, is it your nighttime now? So nice of him to respond after he wakes up. I would have just ignored them after the first couple of times. Well, who could ignore me? You would ignore me? You say that. I just haven't DM'd you yet. You can always DM me. Wait, what does that mean? 0020 at the moment. Can you tell me what color is the sky? Is it bright, medium, or dark? Which one? That makes it easier for me. Imagine DMing people at 5 a.m. when you know they're asleep to play games, because they might not be asleep. Oh, it's dark. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. I had a feeling it was dark for you. That's why you need to make friends with Asians, Australians, and Europeans. They're awake during our spooky hours for gaming sessions. Exactly. I think most people that I'm friends with tend to be from the States, but I got a few Europeans in my pocket. They're pretty cool. So I destroyed the algorithm today. So yesterday, I talked about it, how there was a post that was going around that talks about what does help your algorithm and what hurts your algorithm. And so I was gonna have full discipline. I'm not gonna use comma OGs anymore. I'm not gonna use hashtags anymore. I'm gonna try to get things back in order and also spam less, which I've been pretty okay about that. But something really bad happened on Twitter. Somebody was right about Resident Evil and people were dogging on them for being right, and I cannot stand for that. I will destroy my algorithm for a month to argue about Resident Evil. It is my strongest autism. My strongest autism is arguing about Resident Evil and being correct always, by the way, and being mentally ill. That's my second biggest autistic tick. But the first is definitely Resident Evil. And I used to be so enwrapped in Resident Evil discussion and being right. I was a little bit younger, so I wasn't quite as right as I am now, but I was like 99% right then, and I'm 100% right now. Like, objectively and subjectively, I am right. And you might think, well, some people might just think differently than you. That's called being wrong. I'm right, and I'm going to help you. I have this to accompany us whenever I talk about this. This is a super obscure meme that you have never seen before, and you've never seen it in a context such as this. But I'll pull them out later because I got other things in the checklist to talk about, like being right. No, not being right. Let's get into it. So, I think I might be senile, and it's getting really bad. So, remember when I told you guys that, I accidentally ordered 2 of the same game? I ordered 2 copies of Fatal Frame 4.
Senior moment, perhaps.
2 copies of Fatal Frame 4 because one was through Amazon via Throne donations. So once the donations hit 100%, Throne automatically ordered Fatal Frame 4 to me. But I also had gotten regular cash donations because of my birthday. People were just being really kind to me. So, well, I forgot. And then I used some of the cash donations to buy Fatal Frame 4 from PlayAsia. So then both arrived very close back to back. And I'm like, wow, okay, that sucks. I was able to return the Throne one to try to get the money back, so I didn't fumble that completely. Okay. I would never make that mistake again. So, today and yesterday, 2 copies of the physical version of The Thing remaster by Night Dive arrived. So, the second one arrived today. So, I forgot that a long time ago, and not that long ago, maybe half a year ago, I pre-ordered a physical copy of the PS5 version of the Thing game from not Limited Run Games. If it was through Limited Run Games, I would have remembered, but it was some other site. I think it was Atari's site, actually. So now I have 2 copies and I don't know what to do, because the one I got from Atari is cheaper, and like it's like basic box, kind of basic whatever, basic little blue box. But the Amazon one, which was a bit more expensive, is like a bigger box. And it's white instead, and it looks fancier with fancier packaging. Now, if this was 5 years ago, unequivocally, I would just have both. I don't know what to do. The box is so pretty. Hi, Speedwagon. I can't choose. I don't know what to do. Do I save money? I don't know. Why do I keep making this mistake? This, whenever I would order things, I would write down what I ordered, including pre-orders, so I would never forget what I had ordered. But I'm not doing that anymore, so we're going strictly by my memory, and apparently it's terrible. How much saltiness will we see? You haven't seen anything, but soon there will be like gallons of it. Have both? Yeah, I'm thinking about it. And the amount of times you had to, I understand, like, I'll get into that fault here. Okay, how do I say this? When people are wrong, they're not bad people. They're like okay. They're like okay, and also they're my friends. Like the people that were responding to me were like my friends, so I have mercy towards them, and I would hope that they would show mercy towards me should I ever be wrong, which will not happen. Pumpkin has terrible memory? No way. Right? What are you doing there? Get back over here into Twitch. Hi, thank you, Buto. They just need to be corrected. I will fix you. If you have a bad Resident Evil opinions, I will fix you. But yeah, so I'm gonna have to decide what I want to do. That Thing, nicer box packaging is really nice, I gotta say. So, what the bad thing about bigger packaging, though, is it takes up more slots on your shelf, and I'm running out of room. Oh, also, while I was awake in my delirium, not being able to sleep, I went ahead and I set up my Trigun hardcover covers. It actually works out perfectly. Whenever I clean my room properly and take a photo, I was able to make it work, and I'll be able to show it via a photo later when I take it to explain what I had to do to make it work and why it's super awesome and finished. And I need to put batteries and the mushroom lights, and then it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be so cool. Hello, summertime. Hi. So let me see my list of things to talk about. Okay, so I woke up today to a phone call. Well, actually, I was already awake. I got a phone call. I knew it wasn't spam, most likely, so I answered it. And I basically had to put a down payment for the rubber bands for my upcoming braces. I forgot that it was this week. I thought my only appointment was on the 8th. The 8th is when I get the braces, but Wednesday is when I get the rubber bands, so you get them at separate times. I saw what they look like. Do the rubber bands make it to where my mouth will be like more closed and then I can't like yell and scream? Either way, I'm a little bit scared. One, because it's gonna be 2 years, so it's gonna be a drastic change to my life. And I'm also scared that I'm gonna fuck it up somehow. What if the rubber band slips out? What if the braces cut me? I don't know what to do. What if something like malfunctions or comes loose and I don't know how to fix it? And then people are talking about wax, where you put wax on the rubber bands. What does that even mean? I don't know. So I might scream and freak out on stream eventually. Anytime anything goes wrong, I will cry to you and you will help me. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Aside that, I'm scared, man. I don't want to do this. What if it gives me a lisp? That will improve me because I don't have an accent. I don't have a cute accent, and I started talking like this all the time. This would make better for content. This would make better content. I wish that I could sound like cute, nerdy, and then it'll go well with the Moe models. Lisp temporarily. I want that lisp to be forever. If I find like, and whenever you're done with your braces, you get a retainer that you're supposed to sleep with to manage that. If you don't manage it, your teeth will gradually go back to being fucked up. So it's probably good to wear a retainer. But if I find out that retainer makes me sound funny or cute, I will use it. I will use it on stream, depending on how easy or not it is to talk. You guys might have actually had a retainer before, so it's actually crazy how many people have had braces and retainers and stuff, because most of you guys get that done for you as a kid, right? My parents never really bothered. I don't know why. I guess they're just like, oh, I don't know, she seems fine. I'll tell you what, my teeth looked fucked up whenever I was young, but they kind of evened out. Like, the baby teeth were fucked up, like the top teeth, what the fuck? But as they all, the adult teeth came in, actually it started looking like perfectly fine. Just there's like a spot in the bottom that's kind of out of view that's like not good. And I'm getting the braces not for cosmetic reasons, but for health reasons. If it was just cosmetic, I would not want to spend this money on it. I wouldn't care that much. But for this, there's like a bit of an overbite, and not like one that you would just be able to tell, like where it's comical looking. And there's bone wear. Like, it's just not good in the long run. So it's fine now, but whenever I'm 70, which is about a year from now, it's gonna be bad. I'm gonna be right back. I need to do something that's driving me crazy. Be right back. To give into delusions. I'm sorry, I'm back. I won't do it again. Both my brothers got braces, and I don't think either of them used the retainer after. Apparently nobody does. And I don't think, I think for most people it works fine. Like, your teeth won't necessarily go back to how drastic or bad they used to, but they will get misaligned. And I want to be on top of that because I'm an old adult who knows that if I'm gonna be paying like payments for like 2 years to do this, that I might want to make it fully worth it. So retainer it is, unless it makes it hard for me to sleep. I'm sure that there might be actual good reasons why people slacked on it, but I do think part of it might be not taking it seriously enough, thinking, nah, I'm sure it'll be fine kind of deal. As someone who went through it, it's more annoying than scary. Worst case scenario, you scream and they snap. And apparently I have to manually take the rubber bands in and out, and this means that I cannot eat my yogurt with the granola in it anymore, because I don't want stuff to get caught in that. Did things get better with your tablet? So no. So I talked about it yesterday. There was technical difficulties regarding my tablet cast into my computer. I didn't understand what could possibly be wrong. Well, I forgot that I have a new computer, and it's Windows 11. The last computer had almost no issue connecting to my tablet. It was so easy that it was scary. That I'm like, wow, I thought this would be more complicated. I thought I would have to buy some kind of cable and always have to have it synced up. Also, hello, Japanese text, hi. But it ends up being simple. This, I swear to God, I did every single troubleshooting that I could imagine. I dug into every setting. I'm looking on Windows Firewall, for Christ's sakes. No matter what I do, I can't really get them to detect each other. My tablet and my computer to detect each other unless I use a cable. Then my computer can detect my tablet, but my tablet cannot detect my computer, no matter what I do. And at first we thought, oh, it's because the tablet was trying to connect to the Starlink. That must be why. Oh, maybe my Wi-Fi's not enabled on my computer. We've done everything. Trust me when I say that we've done everything. We've restarted the tablet. We've restarted my computer. I might have to just never draw on stream ever again, which I can live with that because I'm kind of in this like middle ground retirement phase of my life regarding art. And it's not the biggest loss, but it is frustrating. I want the choice. Like, I don't feel comfortable not having the choice. It shouldn't be the cable. It really shouldn't, because whenever you do this, you shouldn't even need the cable to begin with. It's supposed to be all Wi-Fi. I never even had to use the cable to get the two to connect with my last computer at all. So that's why it's been so frustrating. And every single time we find some contrived fix up to get things going, it doesn't work. It just doesn't work. And I thought maybe, oh, well, my tablet's really old, I guess. It's like a Galaxy Tab 7 Plus, something like that. It didn't exist, or it did exist before Windows 11, but then I'm like, well, so did my phone, right? I have an iPhone that existed before Windows 11, and it works fine too. So is it really Windows 11's fault, or is it something else? I don't know. I've tried uninstalling the drivers. I tried installing drivers from like the Samsung website. Nothing. And I could try to troubleshoot it another day, but it is so demoralizing and exhausting that I don't want to bother. It kind of makes me feel the way I feel when I have to do management upkeep with my old consoles. It becomes so tedious. Constant like troubleshooting. I can't do it. I just can't do it. And it's not worth it because 1% of my content these days is doing art streams. I don't know. I never even like doing those streams too much in general because I feel bad for neglecting chat. And sometimes when I put on the spot and I'm like, all right, I'm going to draw, I hit art block so much that usually I end up not wanting to draw for long. So it's not the heaviest loss ever. It's just the frustration of feeling like the choice has been robbed from me. And as somebody as dominant, as powerful as me, I should always be allowed to do whatever I want. So it's okay. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You had to wear them all the time? I thought only when you were awake. No. With retainers, you wear those when you go to bed. Braces, though, you have to wear 24/7. I think I heard that with the rubber bands, you need to wear them as much as you can, but you are able to take them off. But maybe the rubber bands are going to stop me from screaming. I don't want them to be snapping all the time. What if it hurts? I also got scared. What if they're like the rubber bands that you see in real life, where those things are brittle when you think about it? Like, they can actually rot and then snap easy. So I'm thinking, are these going to be like that? What am I going to do? But apparently it's going to be fine. Did I say hi, King? Hello. Hi. I just panic about what to draw that's safe. Oh, yeah, because your art is, how you say, very Coomer, very big breasts and like thons and like ass. So I understand. I'm pretty good with that. I don't tend to draw provocative stuff much, although I do like to draw blood and like mild gore. I don't draw like anything overly visceral most of the time, because I would have to actually study how to make good viscera, and I don't like studying, which is why I hit a ceiling art-wise. I was telling Mina, I was trying to give Mina advice to not be like me. Please, if you are a artist of any kind, please study. Or if you're a natural talent and you just keep improving no matter what at like a abnormal rate, that's fine. But if you're like a, you know, normal or whatever, please study tutorials and research things on how to improve, or you will hit a wall like me. I still get better, don't get me wrong, but not as better as I could have been. But studying's just not in my DNA. I don't like to do it. I'm not good at it, and I get bored. It's the ADHD. It works against me. I'm trying to think, what does ADHD do in my favor? Make me cringe quirky? That's a con, actually. Never knew about that bracelet. Wait, what bracelet? What, the spiky bracelet that I'm wearing? I doubt you're talking about model. You must be talking about something important. Most people don't like to study, but it's got to be done to grow. It does, it does. However, I don't have any sort of water gun to my head telling me that I need to get better at art, so I'm not going to. And I'm just exhausted anyway. I don't really want to draw anymore. I want to play video games. I want to rot away and play video games and talk to you guys because I like socializing. I have time to get my studies, or I get burnt out easily. Wait, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean, like, rephrase it. Rephrase. Let me see if I have anything else to talk about. I got my list, bro. Oh, okay. So, one little note is, I debuted August 30, 2022. Does that mean that this August, it's going to be my 3rd year anniversary or my 4th? I thought it was going to be my 4th, and I got depressed at that idea. Like, wow, has it really been that long? I don't feel like I've improved my content enough, but I looked it up. I had to use ChatGPT to do math for me. Not because I'm not a ChatGPT groupie girl anymore, okay? I learned that he sucks, and I'm never going back to him, but he told me the math, and he said that it'll be 3 years, which is crazy. It feels like 4 years, but it makes sense. 1 year as my 3D. It was basically 1 year as my 3D, 1 year as my first 2D, which is the one by Unks, and then 1 year with my Eco models. For some reason, it always perpetually feels like it's only been 5 months with the Eco models, but it's been longer than that. And time is flying. We're almost actually at August, and it just feels like August, like the last August was yesterday. Question, does anybody remember what I did for my anniversary on August, like last year? I genuinely cannot remember, and it's harder to find VODs and stuff for that. Like, I'd have to actually dig. What the fuck did I do for my anniversary? I don't remember. What model did I use? I don't fucking remember. I'm so confused. 3 years for VTubing is approaching corpse tier. So true, bestie. If I don't time my studies, I will get burnt out by not giving myself a break. Oh, so you might overstudy? Like, kind of like that? You've been following me for 2 years, 1 month, and 21 days, and 22 hours. That's incredible. I mean, I've been seeing a lot of y'all's names for quite some time now. Even though I have bad memory, I do recognize names a lot. I did debut after Mame. Mame has streamed, I believe, 1 year longer than me, or 1.5 years longer than me. She just had her anniversary, technically. But she's on hiatus right now, so make sure you all support her when she ends up coming back officially. She is able to do collabs, and she's always socializing in the Discord. But unfortunately, she is on a hiatus, and Beals, I believe, is as well. I think it's also kind of like a partial hiatus as well, but you'd have to check her Twitter for that. I'm new too, so I don't know the lore. No, I get you. Okay, so let's segue into what I kind of want to talk about. I'm going insane. So first off, I want to say, I am sick to fucking death of looking at my profile and seeing Resident Evil 4 Remake's image on my profile as my recent games. That is not what I'm playing. Whenever I set up my stream and I choose the game that I'm going to play, I pick the right one. I pick the one that clearly has the old Resident Evil 4 picture. So it should be that on my profile too. But every time I look at my fucking profile, it makes it look like I'm just playing the remake over and over, which just doesn't make a great impression on me. It's frustrating. I don't fully hate the remake, but don't fucking lie and act like that's what I'm playing. And I think it does that for Resident Evil 2 as well. That is frustrating. Why does it work that way? Why is it inconsistent? Why is it inconsistent? Don't fucking lie! Anyway, that pisses me. I'm so angry. I'm so fucking angry. I see it all the time, and I just grit and bear it, and maybe I'll complain a little bit, but I want to stress that I'm actually really angry. Like, actually, legitimately, not playing it up. I'm angry. I'm pissed off. I can't take it anymore. So, anyway, this is the real personality, by the way. If I get into Resident Evil, you are gonna get me at 2,000%. So, regarding Resident Evil fans being around, which is always the case. However, if you are my friends, I forgive you and I love you. And please also forgive me for being an elitist cunt who is up their own ass about Resident Evil. Please forgive me, please forgive me, please forgive me. Literally anybody who's my friend is allowed to disagree with me, kind of, sort of. I'll remember it, but that's okay. Gamers, when they see something they don't like. What? Really? Really? Okay. So, we did rant about this yesterday, but I want to rant about it again because I just want to get more in depth about it because I would have gotten sucked into more arguments earlier today if it wasn't for the fact that I was actively sabotaging my algorithm. I don't think anybody saw my, I don't think anybody saw this quite this morning because it was early in the morning and the algorithm was hiding me from you because I'm breaking all the rules. I'm just so bad. I'm just so rebellious and crazy. I have nothing to worry about. I know you're opinionated, but that's what I like about you. Thank you. Thank you. Forgive me. Forgive me for being right. No, for real though. Like, it all started because somebody from Capcom, like, how do I say that? Somebody from Capcom said that Leon doesn't make a good fit for a horror game. And that's the justification why we need to have a vulnerable woman. Okay, that's fine. I'm okay with that. I love, one of my favorite pro tags is Fiona Belly. And she's just like whimpering the entire game. Like she's like, like literally cutscenes will just be her shivering and scared. And I guess that makes Haunting Ground a better survival horror game, a better horror game than all Resident Evil, including Classic. I disagree with that. Now, it's like, everything is so, there's so much nuance to game discussion and everything. I'm always advocating for not clutching onto the same mascot characters for Resident Evil over and over and over again. You don't always need to have Leon, Chris, Claire, Billy, Rebecca, whoever, Jill. You don't need them. You can make new characters. So you think I would be fully happy that they're doing a new character. But I can't fully be happy because, oh, well, by the way, she's a relative of, a character from Outbreak. So, you know, pre-existing character tie. It's like, fine, whatever you gotta do. But at least she's a new character, even though she's also dressed like every new Resident Evil character. No, not even every new Resident Evil girl. She's dressed like every Resident Evil girl now. They are all dressed the fucking same. What happened to my cute skirts and shit? You can have leggings and then a skirt over it. Ashley does it. Characters in Until Dawn do it, and it's super cute. I'm sick of this damn jeans and shirt bullshit. Put a little mini dress on them. Make Papa happy. Put a little mini dress on them. So even though I'm happy, there's little tiny things that still grate at me that I can't help but notice. But what's important is having a good game. So that's what's important, right? So, cycling back to the Leon thing, I don't think it's right. I don't think it's right to say that Leon cannot be a horror pro tag because he's experienced and he's seen it all, and because of specifically the decisions that Resident Evil 4 decided to make. Resident Evil 4 certainly had a tone to it, right? Code Veronica certainly had a tone to it. But games are flexible, timelines are flexible. You don't necessarily have to stick with that style forever, right? But, from the very beginning, Resident Evil has not been about Fiona Bellis. It hasn't been Alyssa from Clock Tower 3. It hasn't been Fatal Frame Girls. It was always like, these are the best of the best cops. We are going to throw the cops into the Spencer Mansion and see how they hold up. And a lot of them die because horror kind of needs a body count. But Jill was not exactly trembling and shaken in terror and fear. Same with Chris, same with Barry. You could argue it was the camp that was maybe overriding that, but they were strong, capable people. Jill is not a vulnerable, like, person. She is a fighter. Same with Chris, etc., etc. Resident Evil 2. Leon, same deal. Leon was a rookie, sure. He has emotions and feelings, sure, but for the most part, he is capable. He kind of feels like an action movie hero, except Resident Evil 2 is certainly a horror game. Undeniably. Why are they horror games? Because there is a lot more to what makes a horror game than what your protag shivers or doesn't at, right? And I saw a post it was kind of a mistake, in my opinion. They're on my side, kind of, but they did it in a bad way by highlighting original Resident Evil 4 as proof that Leon could be in a horror game. Well, Resident Evil 4 is not exactly a horror game. It technically is in the slight coding, but the gameplay style is not quite horror, so I say that the argument can still hold strong if you swap out his example of original Resident Evil 4 with original Resident Evil 2. Granted, yes, Leon is more of an action hero in 4, but my point is still the same. Resident Evil 2 is an action game, despite Leon being a strong, capable individual with gun training and etc. Like, it doesn't make it not a horror game. Hello, Elenice? Hi. I'm in the middle of a tangent regarding Resident Evil. I'm sorry that I'm not looking at chat. I'm on strong momentum, and I always have to make the most of that when I'm able to do strong momentum, where I keep going and going. Thank you so much for the follow. We're basically talking about the claim that Leon Kennedy cannot be in a horror game and it work. And I'm not like so loyal to Leon. I'm not a Leon fanboy. Literally, if the timeline wanted to kill Leon, I would be okay with that. Legit. They were going to kill him in one of the original draws for Resident Evil 4, but they backed out of it. If that had happened, I think that would be cool. I think no character should be plot armor in horror. I feel like anybody should be able to die. But let me pull up this user's tweet that I felt really strongly summarized how I feel about horror games and Resident Evil and this argument in general, which is, it was a response tweet. The user is, I'm gonna link to the tweet actually, because I want to give them credit for verbalizing this very concisely in a way that I could just bounce off of it. But he said, or they said, horror back then targeted the player, not the character. In the 2000s and 90s and etc. for that matter, horror was effectively conveyed through the environment, atmosphere, soundtrack, enemy design, and sound effects. The character didn't need to be scared for the player to feel terrified. And that's exactly how I feel. I'm always on about it. Resident Evil characters they have justification for who they are, why they're there, but essentially they are avatars for you, the player. They don't talk during the gameplay. They talk during cutscenes. They do have their own characterization and everything, but during the gameplay, when it's meant to be scary time, that's for you. You're supposed to take in and react to the atmosphere. You're supposed to take in and react to the enemy design and the challenges and things like that. It's good horror. That's what I crave and how I want to feel. But something's changed over the years, and I believe it's due to... Oh, thank you so much for the sub. Thank you. Something's changed over the years, which is the blending of more cinematic traits in video games. And there's different degrees in which I feel games do it. And it could be as subtle as you're controlling your character, you're walking around, and then your character out loud says something. They gasp, or they're like, what was that? What was that noise? I don't technically prefer that kind of thing. I really don't. But people seem to like it, right? And there is a phrase that I think maybe possibly applies to why a lot of people don't seem to agree with me, which is being wrong. That's fine. No, that's okay. I get it. I thought it was cognitive dissonance, but something felt wrong. When I looked up that word, it didn't seem to match up to what I was thinking. I found out what the word was today. I think it's called ludonarrative dissonance. Now, let me look up what the definition of that is. Now, I don't know if I'm perfectly using it in the right context. Ludonarrative dissonance. Couldn't I say that this applies here? For the record, I'm sounding very confident when I talk today. But I can easily be wrong about some things that I'm saying, so take what I say with a grain of salt. No, don't take the... I'm right. I'm always right. Okay, so ludonarrative dissonance is
Names of a friend.
Thank you so much for the follow. Ludonarrative dissonance is the conflict between a game's narrative told through the non-interactive elements
Names of a friend.
Thank you for the follow. Through the non-interactive elements and the narrative told through the gameplay. Ludonarrative refers to the intersection of a video game's ludic elements, gameplay, and narrative elements. The term was coined by designer Clint Hawken in 2007 in a blog post. Am I correct? Like, let's just start off here. Am I correct in thinking that that term might apply to why some people want pro tags that feel vulnerable and scared in order for it to be horror? Why they just can't possibly view Leon as a horror character, even though what makes up a horror game is not necessarily the life story and personality of your horror pro tag, but the game that you design, the limitations that you give that character. I keep saying, if you put Leon in a horror game, he doesn't magically take over the game designer's brains and make them add the suplex attack. You know, it doesn't force the devs to make a laser hallway segment that he has to jump and cartwheel through. You know what I mean? You can literally give him any restriction that you want, and all you really need to do is just take away some mechanics that later action Resident Evil games would give him. You can steer it back. You don't have to resign Leon to this fate of being an action game pro tag. You can easily dial it back, especially when you're trying to do this new timeline. Granted, the new Resident Evil 4 kind of came out and maybe solidified things a little bit, but I feel like things should be flexible, right? Like with this is a little off topic, kind of, but like with the Alien IP, right? People are flat out like, oh yeah, we're gonna do a new Alien movie and it's gonna pretend like Alien 3 didn't even exist. Oh, but you can't do that because Ripley's dead. You can't possibly take that back. You can make any adjustment, any change, anything you want. You can do whatever you want. That's my rant. Clap. Can you tell me how right I am before you critique me? I want clapping, please. Hello? Nobody's clapping for me. I'm surrounded by enemies. Oh, I am so right. Thank you. I'm so right. I'm right. No, I think I just want people to get where I'm coming from is all. But if somebody says, I get what you're saying, Pumpkin, but I personally just cannot buy land. I just cannot. And that seems to be the standoff that I encounter over and over again, is that people cannot get Resident Evil 4 and later Resident Evils out of their minds when it comes to Leon. That Leon is just tainted forever. And that's just kind of how people are, and I can't pretend like I don't understand that. It's like typecasted, right? Like this actor played this really big role, and people just cannot imagine him being a so-so actor being anything else because all they can think of is so-so character. You have limited range. You have to be, you're resigned to this fate forever. But then sometimes those actors will break out of that and prove, actually, I could be more than that. And so I'm saying, you can make a horror game with limitations, have it be kind of like classic survival horror, and you can have Leon in it if you want. But you will deal with the people that are like, actually, why isn't Leon German suplexing them? Okay, now I'll be quiet. Vanessa Hill for RE Protag. Vanessa Hill would just crawl in a hole and die. She doesn't have what it takes to survive. She's weak. RE5 Chris punched boulders and they went on with him. Exactly. No. You can't put Chris in a horror game. He punches boulders. He just has an uncontrollable need. It rewires the developer's brains. Their hands move on their own. They start typing, add boulder, and then whatever texty speech. And then, oh my goodness, Resident Evil 9 will open up with him punching boulders because it's in his history. He's stuck to this fate forever. Stop giving control to these dumbass avatar characters. Make your horror game and do whatever the fuck you want. Now, it doesn't matter because Grace is going to be the new character. And I'm fine with that. I like girls. I don't like her outfit, but I like girls. And she seems endearing. She seems cute. She looks a little bit too much like Rose. People have been mentioning that. Why does she look so much like Rose? It's like she's got the same hair color, but it's shorter. Why do that? Was she originally going to be Rose? I don't know. But, whatever character they were gonna have, will do the quips that or the little things I don't like. So if it's her in Resident Evil 9, during gameplay she'll whimper, or if a bucket falls, her character will like take control from you for a second to jump back, and that's gonna be annoying. But if it was Leon, he would do stuff like that too, except it wouldn't be like, he'd be like, hey, what was that? He'll do that. So they'll both irritate me in different ways, because I'm all alone. Modern video game design philosophy is just at odds with my philosophies and what I look for in a game and what I care for in a game. And I'm just gonna be unhappy no matter what. Even if I get like pretty good survival horror games, there's going to be elements that are just at odds with what I care about and what I want. Okay, that rant is done. Okay, alright, okay, your turn. Honestly, while I played RE4, I thought Leon was a strong character, yeah, but the first time his face was melted off by a huge insect that horrified me. Yeah, like, Resident Evil 4 isn't, like, a horror game, but it is an intimidating game. Like, well, Leon's so strong, he can handle anything. Unless you, the player, can't. You, the player, are controlling Leon. There is a fear of death. There is a fear of monsters. There is a fear of the spooky corridors and etc., because you're the one controlling him. You are the one that's supposed to be experiencing this horror game. You're not watching a movie. You're not putting the controller down and looking at Leon doing things. You control him. And that's why I resonated a lot with that guy's tweet, and I'll read it out again for anybody who missed it. Horror back then targeted the player, not the character. In the 2000s and 90s, horror was effectively conveyed through the environment, atmosphere, soundtrack, enemy design, and sound effects. The character didn't need to be scared for the player to feel terrified. I do understand nitpicking and hyperfixating on Leon a little bit, but there's so much to a horror game than your protagonist. There's just way too much going on. You could literally have Superman be in a survival horror game if you wanted to, but you gotta design a game around it. Now that sounds stupid, because it is stupid. Pretend I didn't say that. Alright, your turn! I think the difference is that they like big set pieces for enemies in RE, and to justify the character surviving it, they need to be larger than life. So trying to go for smaller set pieces lead to some levels of dissonance between titles. I personally am just not into the big set pieces that they keep doing. We're kind of caught again, right? I said this, I kind of caught this early on when RE4 remake was coming out, that we've ran back into the same trap. Resident Evil was a survival horror series that was a little bit restrained in its gameplay and its like narrative kinda. Code Veronica really did start pushing things in a narrative sense of being fantastical and kind of crazy. But it kept going down that path until it became action horror. And we're not survival horror anymore, now we're action horror. So, they're remaking Resident Evil games. Well, they could just avoid this trap. Run, because then they remake Resident Evil 4 and kind of keep it action, but also kind of added more survival horror elements to balance it out, but overall, tonally, it's back to being an action game, right? So, we're just right back to where we started. Kind of. We're not quite a Resident Evil 6 exactly, but those people will always be there. They'll see a small girl going against monsters and they'll go, why doesn't she just kill them all? Is she stupid? Yo, they're like that with Ashley, man. Like, why doesn't Ashley pick up a gun? Why doesn't Ashley pick up, these are real arguments that people make. Why doesn't Ashley pick up a hunk of wood and smack the Ganados? You know why? Okay, so there's two reasons. You could go for a narrative reason. You could say, well, she might cause trouble for Leon. She might complicate things. She's scared. She's not very strong. Her attempt to hit a Ganado with a hunk of wood would probably get the Ganado to literally, like, take the attack and then just grab her by the neck. Like, it's just not a good idea. There's the other reason. Gameplay. They want her to be vulnerable so you can protect her. It's a gameplay thing. That's why they do it. But people actually genuinely think she sucks because she doesn't help. Well, that's not the kind of game that they wanted to make. She doesn't, I mean, I guess she kind of helps in the new one via, like, cutscenes or something. But essentially, she's still your escort mission. But they change it, you know, she's got kind of invulnerability now. You don't have to manage her health anymore. Don't worry, we'll take that gameplay element away. Because people didn't like it. Because they have to make decision making, and that sucks. I want all the herbs for myself. I don't want to balance my 2 characters and have a fun game. Okay, I'll be quiet. I'm just calming down. I'm going to calm down. Popping in on break to say hi. Hi, Gareth. You missed everything. Anyone that knows me, I'm going, by the way. Oh, bye.
Have a piece of
I love when you get hated. Thank you. I'm right. Please believe me. I can change the course of the future of Resident Evil specifically. What about more important issues, Pumpkin? No. Video games. Leon proceeds to throw a knife that he doesn't have. I'm losing it at this age. Yeah, make him senile. He's old man now. I mean, Chris is in 7 and 8, but only little sections of the game, so I can easily still see them still putting him in the game some way. Oh yeah, I forgot. So with Resident Evil 9 confirming Grace, that means, is Chris just relegated to being an NPC? Because I think some people implied that just because Leon's not going to be the main character, and 9 doesn't necessarily mean he's not going to be a character. So is that going to be with the deal with Chris? Are we continuing that plot line, but he's just in the background, kind of like how he was in Village? However, you do play as him for a second, but it's like a Call of Duty action segment. Is that done because, Chris can't be in like a survival horror game, he has to be action hero. Although Village is kind of an interesting case as well, because it's also kind of action leaning more than survival horror. So I said that it was started with the Resident Evil 4 remake. Kind of was started with Village. Village is like, okay, let's look at Resident Evil 4 again. Wait, really? I thought we were going back to survival horror. Looking at Resident Evil 4 means that we're going to go back down the action movie route. Okay, whatever. Yeah, there's going to be Resident Evil 9. There's been footage and stuff on it. It's going to star Grace Ashcroft, which sounds like Ashford, which I believe is like Alexia and Alfred Ashford. They're similar. But, yeah, it's going to be a character's daughter. It's a character from Outbreak's daughter. The game is going to be multi-camera angle. You can do it either first person, or you could do it third person, like over-the-shoulder third person. I don't like escort missions. I don't think a lot of people do. So I kind of get it. Like, I haven't really played that many games that really have them, but with Resident Evil 4 in particular, I thought it was very fun because it makes crowd controlling just so important. It makes you really need to get a grip on the situation and encounters, because you have to protect two bags of meat, Leon and Ashley, and it makes it harder, and I enjoy it. But if people don't like it, I kind of get it. I hear so many people complain about escort missions. I don't think that they're necessarily crazy for disliking them. Action is in the DNA of RE. Trying to remove that is trying to remove the core Resident Evil balance. That's the important part. Exactly. Like, Resident Evil, it's gun focused. It's not quite a shooting game exactly. It's not about aiming. It's auto aim. It's more about managing your resources, using your auto aim, routing, puzzles, etc., etc. But it's still an action oriented inherently, you know? Like, she has they have grenade launchers and shit in the first game, okay? Like, there's a little bit of action in it, and it goes further in that direction with Resident Evil 2. And every installment, it gets more and more and more actiony. But Resident Evil 3, for example, way more actiony than, like, 2 and 1, right? But does it still feel like survival horror? Is there still a sense of restriction? Yes. So, that's why I still like them. Also, hello, Liam. How are you? You basically caught the tail end of my little ramble. I hope that it opens some people's minds to why I'm so passionate about not liking that sentiment that Leon cannot be in a horror game. That Leon is only allowed to be in laser DDR games. Like, you can do whatever you want if you're a game developer and the publisher allows you. You can do Resident Evil kart. Like, you can literally put Leon in a little go-kart and he can race against, like, Solid Snake or something. You can do whatever the fuck you want if you're a game dev. And you're allowed to do it. I just think going forward, they'll just put original characters as a second playable character, either in the DLC or in the main game for small sections, so it is what it is. I guess that would kind of make sense, because original Resident Evil is kind of like that. Well, not so much. Let me think. Resident Evil 2, I think the only time you can control another character is if you are playing Chris, and then you're able to control Rebecca. In Resident Evil 2, you are able to control either Ada or Sherry, depending on who your main character is, Leon or Claire. Resident Evil 3, you can play as Carlos for short segments. Code Veronica, you can play as Steve. So they've been doing that for a really long time. So I could totally believe that like the Chris segment in Village, that might actually be like a formula they kind of stick with, because they've done that like a lot actually. Resident Evil 9 Special Edition starring Leon from the Resident Evil series, featuring Dante from Devil May Cry. Yeah, because fun game design is sometimes hard to contextualize seriously. Sometimes it's best to focus on fun. Right. But that is my opinion on the series. Twisted Metal version of Resident Evil, why not? Exactly. You can do whatever you want. Now let me get rid of this. Aside that is my passionate tangent. It doesn't really matter. It's arguing semantics. In the end, Leon is not going to be the main character. But don't ever fucking say that he can't be in a horror game. He can be in a horror game. You can make a game and then make him bend to your game. He is your little avatar. You control Leon. You the dev, and you the player. But yeah, that's also why I'm never mind. Actually, I thought I had another path in that I was gonna go down to like keep going, but I think I've kind of ran the well dry. So what I'm going to do, no character creator. I hate character creators actually. I like role playing, kind of. I like to have, here's your character, here's their bio, but you know, whatever. They're not gonna talk too much during the game, don't worry, just cutscenes. And then you move around. I actually prefer that. Because I like characters. I like characters that other people make, you know, companies and stuff, more than whatever I'm gonna make. I don't want to make a OC. I just don't want to. However, a lot of people disagree. A lot of people love character creation. And that's fine. I would like that. Now, yesterday I started Resident Evil 4, another session of Resident Evil 4, because I was hosting Ume's debuts for a little watchathon. And I'm far enough in the game. I just want to keep going. I just don't remember which save was mine, because it's all full. All the slots are full, and I don't know which one is it. If I boot up the game and it's automatically selected on the last save I did, hallelujah. We'll find out. Music's quiet. Kind of feels like whenever you're in Resident Evil. I said Resident Evil brain rot. When you're in Resident Evil and you go into a quiet room after dealing with like spooky music. Now you're in a quiet room and it's kind of eerie because, oh shit, why is it quiet? Why doesn't Synth hit us with the hunk of wood? Because I am gentle and sweet. And I don't want to go to jail. Too many witnesses. Resident Evil 4, parentheses, 2005. The fucking audacity. Resident Evil 4 Remake. No, just joking. It's not called Resident Evil 4 Remake. It's just called Resident Evil 4. Fuck that original game. I'm so angry. I can't wait to play more of this and say that I'm playing the remake on my profile. I'm so excited. I love my page lying to people. That's okay. We like that. Can you see the game fine? Not yet. I'm gonna finish this session of Resident Evil 4. The next time that I play Resident Evil 4, which I would like to be my attempt to do professional mode, because I've played normal 80,000 times. Professional attempt is long overdue. I want that to be in HD, and my computer now has enough space to do it. I just need a minute to kind of walk through it. Of course, we like original Resident Evil 4. We are mixed feelings on remake RE4, but I don't think anybody's crazy for liking the RE4 Remake. Let's get that clear. No matter what I say, any aggro banter against Resident Evil 4 Remake, it is a interesting, solid game. Let me play! Alright. So we're in the mines. Yay! 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 Bye, Garrett. Thank you for dropping by. Bro. Even on RE5, professional mode, Resident Evil 5 is bullshit. It's borderline flat out unfun. Like, it is unfun, especially because you and the second player has to be so on point. Like, anybody who knows how Resident Evil 5 is and has played Resident Evil 5 on professional mode, you gotta know that there's no way Resident Evil 4 on professional mode is anything like how frustrating and tight Resident Evil 5 professional is. Hello, Bellmaster. How are you? So, we have minecart section, then we should be approaching the island soon. Yeah. What the hell are those? These are really big. Can somebody tell me what that is? Is that a big bullet? Hey, what is this? Does this go in like some kind of cannon? What is this? Artillery. Or is this artillery shells? Also with 2 players, that's insane. It's insane because, alright, I'm gonna have to clarify what Resident Evil 5 professional mode is. So, in Resident Evil 5, if I recall correctly, on professional mode, what will typically do you in, as an example, is those fucking archers. If both people are not on each other's asses all the time, if player 1 or player 2 gets hit by an archer, they instantly go into dying status. You have literally 1 second to run up to them and heal them. That is not enough time unless you are already glued to them. Now, that's my experience as somebody who was pretty experienced with Resident Evil 5 whenever I had done this attempt. Maybe people are just, they're further on the spectrum of being strong at Resident Evil 5, but from somebody who's like average but pretty good at Resident Evil 5, like pretty good, it was a nightmare. There are times where you would be next to somebody and dependent on what it automatically pulls out determines if your character can even be saved, even if you do hit circle on them in time. I believe, like, if you do the resuscitation, which is not using a health item, if you do the resuscitation, that's instant. But if you use a health spray, or, there's, like, the full first aid spray, and then there's, like, the small herb sprays. I don't remember if those have a different speed from each other, but they're slower than the resuscitation. And I believe the resuscitation is instant if you have no health items, if I recall correctly. It's just frustrating. You can get through it, but it's frustrating. And the QTEs are really tight. If you are a normal human, like me, and you don't have godlike reaction time, you might struggle with those QTEs. Still passable. Still perfectly passable. And I'll tell you what, I got good at Wesker. Not necessarily the final Wesker fight. I don't remember how we got through that, but the other Wesker fights, you can really get on top of that shit. You could really control the Wesker and Jill fight and the Wesker throwing missiles at you fight just fine, weirdly enough. But it's the journey to that which is hard. The fucking archers, that damn Gigante driving segment. The driving segment on professional and that Gigante boss fight are a nightmare, and I hate it. I hate it. Wesker and Jill, easy. Gigante and driving part, fucking terrifying and frustrating. Question, if someone was to start Resident Evil, which game would you suggest starting off with? I.e. the first reboot remake? I don't want to deal with N64 graphics controls, for example. Oh, how could you say this here? What do you mean? What's wrong with those graphics? Okay, so you want to start with the Resident Evil, but you don't want to deal with tank controls and like old school graphics? Okay. I mean, then I guess your best bet is the remake of Resident Evil 1, which originally came out on GameCube, and now it's referred to as and on Steam it's just called Resident Evil, which is kind of frustrating because there's another game from 1996 called Resident Evil, but that's okay. That's okay. We love overwriting stuff. But yeah, that's a good bet. You will have to deal with fixed camera if you can't handle that. But you do have the option for free control, which is, normal controls. It's not tank controls, but you will deal with some situations that will be a little bit janky and frustrating when you combine free controls with fixed camera. But on the plus side, free controls makes Resident Evil 1 Remake easier because you are snappy and instant. You do not have to turn, you don't move a little bit slower to, you know what I mean? You can literally juke zombies so much easier because of free controls. I haven't personally played free controls because I just never would, but from watching people, it's like, yeah, you are literally able to you're in front of a zombie, he's about to get you, and you just hold back and your character instantly turns around and can move whatever. You can like jiggle and like move around like crazy. It was not made for those kind of controls, but if that's the only way you can do it, that's fine. Another maybe good point, if you really don't want to deal with tank controls and you don't want to deal with fixed camera, Resident Evil 2 Remake is not a bad start, to be honest. Resident Evil 2 Remake, I think, is a perfectly valid way for somebody who's new to the series to hop into it if you're just very insistent on not dealing with the older style. That's my opinion. But I always insist classic style. If we're gonna expand that question to somebody who wants to get into Resident Evil in general, and they're a lot more open-minded, I would say there's three things. I would say 3 games that you could go from, and they happen to be my 3 favorite Resident Evil games. So Resident Evil 2, original Resident Evil 2, or Resident Evil 1 Remake. Those are almost tied. I feel like you can do either of those and be perfectly fine.
Names of friends.
Hello, Ghost. Thank you so much for the follow. Never thought I'd find a bigger Resident Evil nerd than I am. Hello. Hello. This is my core, consistent passion. But yeah, Resident Evil 2 is so fucking strong aesthetically. Its gameplay feels so good. It's a lot easier than Resident Evil 1 and Resident Evil 1 Remake. But Resident Evil 2 is really good at making a good impression. It's just a fantastic standout horror game and Resident Evil game. Resident Evil 1 Remake is a very impressive remake of the first Resident Evil game. It is a longer game. It is a harder game with a lot more management, and it's gorgeous. It's modern visuals are very flashy and able to impress as well. So if you don't want to deal with pixelated style, if you don't want to deal with that, but you want to be visually impressed, GameCube Resident Evil 1 Remake is fine too, because it's recent enough that you will look at it and you won't think it's just pixels. But honestly, I can't even decide which one I would really recommend to people. My personal favorite is the remake of Resident Evil 1, but Resident Evil 2 is really close to just outright tying with it. But if you want to go legit, playing the original first Resident Evil is completely valid too. It's like a great way to start. I would literally, there's no reason not to play the original Resident Evil 1. So you are good playing any of those 3 games. Or Resident Evil 4, if you want to go the arcadey action identity route of Resident Evil. Because Resident Evil is like, the IP is half survival horror and half action horror. If you want just a good experience, you want a good arcadey game that just feels really good, but you're not necessarily like, oh, I can only play classic survival horror, whatever. Resident Evil 4 is a perfectly valid way to start as well. I used to give people shit for it, like, oh, you played Resident Evil 4 first, no wonder it's your favorite. It's not as good as the classic Resident Evils, which I stand by, but I, over the years, have just grown way more respect for Resident Evil 4. I have a personal headcanon that RE1 Remake is secretly a Metroidvania. Like, in a way, kinda. Like, it has kind of a similar philosophy of you are in a location. That location is a puzzle box. You will become intimately familiar with this location that has a ton of personality to it. And it's just fun to traverse through. And you get things that you have to backtrack to use to access new areas and new things. It's a fun style. I like it a lot more than linear experiences. Yeah, you just get keys instead of abilities. Yeah. Okay. Now, I'm going to neglect you guys for a little bit. I gotta get a little bit of gameplay in. What are these? Hey, did we ever decide? These are artillery shells, right? These are real. They just look like big bullets. Fixed camera exploration feels so good. It does. It's cinematic in the way that I like. I love fixed camera, man. It's fun. Especially if you're using or playing games that they're not Devil May Cry, you know? I mean, Devil May Cry does have fixed camera, but fixed camera works really well for, slower paced games like classic Resident Evil. And you have auto aim, like, oh, I can't see where I'm shooting. Well, there's auto aim. It literally will point out where the enemies are for you. It's like, it's not meant to be a fun shooting game where you aim. It's supposed to be a game where you manage your resources, you get good at routing, you remember, hey, this route is pretty dangerous. Am I sure I really want to go this way? Well, if I go this way, it's quicker than if I go this other way. You know, there's just lots of thoughts and decision-making in classic survival horror in general. Huh? His hands blocked it. Never mind. This game's terrible. Just joking. Alright, this guy behind me is still alive. Oh, I actually hit his face. I did not think that that worked out. I just try to get through it with the least amount of door opening. When I casually play and I'm not trying to do anything overly fancy like the no save runs, I just opt for being a loot goblin. I want to collect everything that I want, and I don't care if I have to do tedious run back and forth because I planned poorly. You know, I'm okay with that. I like it. I like the tedium in classic Resident Evil. I like collecting what I want, and my main priority is just don't ever die. Don't ever die. Why? Because it hurts the pride. It hurts the pride. Do not die. I'm gonna move my mic over here. Whee! Oh, I'm sorry to interrupt. So, I like The Thing. The Thing is really cool, and I saw that there is another friend swap game that's kind of clearly inspired by The Thing. It's called Among Us. I'm just joking. It's not Among Us, but I think it's kind of similar to Among Us, which makes sense because Among Us is kind of based off The Thing, right? Let me see what it was called. I want to, like, wishlist it. Or buy it, like, literally, when I get off stream. But it's really cool. The vibes, it's not cute, quirky game like all the friend swaps typically are. It looks eerie. You are in really blizzardy, snowy atmosphere. I fucking love it. And I didn't watch too much gameplay. I don't know how it plays out, but I kind of want it. I had it sent to me as a message so I wouldn't forget what it's called. It's Nuclear Nightmare? Nuclear Nightmare. $1! You guys, let's... Friend swap, well, I think that friend swap should be an official tag on Steam. But I think anything these days that's literally like a game that will probably run its course within a year or two that's multiplayer is just friend swap. Yeah, Nuclear Nightmare. Check this out. Look at that and tell me that doesn't look fucking cool. Even if it maybe it's like too simplistic or something. Maybe it's not actually as good as Among Us or Lethal Company or etc. I still want it for the vibes. It's $1.74. I am not sponsored, but I'm buying it right now. I gotta make all my friends buy it too, since it's on sale. 1 second. I'm sorry. You're here for Resident Evil 4. You got autism and you got The Thing. I'll be right back. Hold on. I actually... why did I do that? I slammed my fist on the table on the edge of it because I guess I wanted to feel pain. Buy this. $1. I mean, $2. Buy. Everyone. Oh, wait, I don't want to add everyone because I only play games with some people. Hold on, let me tag them individually just in case they don't see. How many people can play it? I hope it's more than 4 players. The Thing was more than 4 people, so let's hope. There's one friend I'm forgetting. Who am I forgetting? Oh, well, he's not around much. Okay. Game bot, and now I have to add it to my backloggery. Remember how I told you guys how I used to write things down whenever I would order them? Otherwise I would forget. I have to do that with this too. Even though it clearly doesn't help. Because I will... Well, no. I would have accidentally bought 2 of the same game anyway because I only put them in the database when I get them. And I also don't check it enough. It's called Nuclear Nightmare. Everybody go buy it right now. Play it with your friends. Do you like the thing? Buy it now. Steam? Game added to database. You want to see what you want to see a screenshot of this game that I'm showing? I'll show you a photo. There is another, I think it's like the menu of the game where it's clearly the thing, like explicitly. They're not even trying to hide it, and it's genius. It is more than 4 players? Bro. How many? We could do that in my Discord. Party night. How many people can play this? Oh, I hate researching. I don't want to. Check out this. You hate clicking links, don't you? Look at this. Oh! Doesn't really leave much of an impression, obviously, because you're not able to see the video, but buy it. We could play it in my server. Won't you buy it? 8 players! Oh my god! That's like enough for people to hang out with me in my server. Let's do that. If you don't buy it, you hate me. Oh yeah, you know, I'm stupid. I was like, oh my god, this like music is like getting in the way. Like, what playlist do I have going on right now? Oh, I have Resident Evil 4 going on. Right, that's a this is a Resident Evil 4 stream. Not buying? That's okay, you hate me. That's okay. And to think you would say that to me on my anniversary as an affiliate. I can't believe it. Don't wanna thank you for missing. Hey! Woo! Yeah, it feels good. Dynamite Bros do not have self-preservation. They want to die. So go and do what you've been programmed to do, you idiot. Ow! Throw it! Throw it now! Right here! Why won't you help me? That's what you're good for! Throw it! Throw it! Throw it! I have to be distant away. I'm right here, I'm right here, I'm right here. Fine! Fine! You don't want to help me? Fine! Get here! Oops. Okay. Bro. I like that he spreads out like that. Hey guys, remember when I said that Leon X Krauser is incredible? I meant that, by the way. It says it's playable on the Steam Deck. Yo, can you multiplayer on the Steam Deck? Yo! No! You see what he tried to do to me? He's alive. I didn't remember that flame guys could get burned. Why am I using the gun? I should literally knife their faces. I just don't want to be too confident in that. I haven't done too much knife runs. Give me that. Look at that swaying. Crobecat video, does the remake do this? Except I unironically agree with all of Crobecat. His Resident Evil 4 video is correct, by the way. Alright, I'm being a little bit silly. This is pissing me off. Take this! Ugh. Are they throwing shit at me again? That timed out kind of good, or times well. I don't have any... Alright, let me do this. I need this guy to die. Sorry. I don't have any, rifle ammo. Ah! What?! Whatever. This entire run in general has been chaotic. I'm not gonna lie. Chaos theory. No! No! What?! Sorry, I'm not keeping an eye on my ammo. Sorry, I'm excitable. I'm gonna calm down. We haven't even gotten to Dr. Salvador yet. So this ain't nothing. There we go. So I said after this, after I play this game, I'm going to switch to Super Metroid. Maybe. Me to keep my promises? I don't know. Fall. Alright. See you later. I'll worry about you later. God, that animation, so good. The sounds, everything about it. It's got that kind of pop to it. If you become a Plagas, I'm gonna get angry. Oh! Thank you. See? See? This guy gets it. It's like I forgot. The key to knife in their faces. I forgot. I just remember because I was going to do it to him and I realized how to dynamite. It's you bait them first. Then you knife. You make them fuck up and give you a nice opening. Let's see. Somebody said that Resident Evil 4 practically gives you infinite ammo. Maybe. Kind of. But they don't give me as much as this as I would like. I would be a god if they gave me more of this. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. Oh. What was I supposed to do here? Normally, I think I actually fucking forgot this too when I last played. Dr. Salvador is supposed to activate when I go back. Why can't I hit the switch again? Was I supposed to hit this? Oh, I actually was already supposed to hit it. I'm dumb. I see you dropping down. Throw it. Stay away from me. First dynamite. See, it's not hitting the dynamite hitbox. Do you have a clips channel? I need to archive this gameplay. I do upload things to YouTube, like my VODs. Like on the YouTube, there's a live tab, and that basically will have this stream. Oh, okay. When I hit the switch, it should work now. You weren't crazy. I tried to kill that guy who gets on the turret with the rocket launcher on the PRL laser. Nothing. It's just a big fuck you. I can stun him for a moment, but I can't kill him. At that spot, because that spot, I'm, for the record, for anybody who doesn't know, in the castle segment of Resident Evil 4, there is a part where there is a special Ganado that wears a, some kind of skull mask and a red robe. And throughout that part, he is trying to run towards a turret. And once he gets on the turret, it can be kind of a pain in the ass to deal with. Now, it's like intentional. He kind of has designated wait spots for you. And I guess it's supposed to give advanced players the opportunity to take him down before he can get to the turret, making that segment overall easier. But there's like an ideal way to go about it, and I guess my memory's gotten rusty and I haven't been doing it correctly the last few playthroughs. However, once it gets on the turret, it's actually not that hard. You just have to like run around him in circles. It's not too much an issue. Are you talking about the square room? Yeah. I was trying to shoot him too early. It felt like his hitbox wasn't activated. I thought that was Dr. Salvador, and I'm like, oh my god, I see him before he activated. I'll shoot him, but there he is. This is always exciting. Using this sniper rifle instead of the other one, because you have to reload after every single shot, making it kind of like more risky to fuck up. I don't remember. I always am unsure if Salvador has like iframes in this state. Knife. We can knife his head. That's pretty ideal. I don't think I'm actually getting his head. Yo! Let's fucking go. Optimized. The VR version looks insane. If I ever got VR, which I really don't think I would, it would be too much money for a gimmick. That's why I didn't bother with the Steam Deck, even though it's really cool. I just know that I personally typically just want to play things on computer. I was gonna laugh if he does his, like, the blow fire at me animation. I think you miss out on the amulet if he gets to the turret, right? I don't think he gives... No. You're thinking of another guy. Wait. I don't think he gives you an amulet. The guy who runs to the turret, he just drops a key, if I recall correctly. There's another guy that's like him in a ceremony square room with a bunch of other cultists. And that one drops a pendant. And there's, like, another one that drops a pendant, but I don't think he does, right? Okay, is this already done? And also, I could pull up and I can pull up and easily like highlight what I'm talking about because I gotta try to be a better entertainer, right? So let me see, where is that? Oh, I think I have it downloaded. Kama, who might or might not be in here, but he is in my Discord. Exclamation Discord. Did 2 edited clips for me, which is really cool because I like how he does it. It's very snappy. The last time he did that, it was for Rocky and Pocky Reshrined. Where's my video? Is it this one? No, that's the low quality one. Where's the high quality one? Here. Oh shit, okay, can I be on point with this? Now, this is immediately after opening the door and this area. I don't think I typically go for him this early, but I could have sworn that you can get him early like this. But... No! He's very fast. He detects whenever you aim at him. Like when he's standing in that spot, and that's why he sprints. So you have such a narrow window to actually get him. Come on! What? That's not possible! Also, this is my main form. Right now, I'm Pumpkin Nanessa form. I'm like Eldritch Ghost. My normal form, PumpkinSynth, which is what the channel is named after, that's who you're seeing right now. This is a shotgun! Yeah, it's from far away! What? Even though it's far away, one pellet should have hit it. Something's going on. I either shot between his legs or what. In Resident Evil 4, I will also mention, for anybody who watches me play Resident Evil 4, and I do frequently kind of play it, there will be times where you will see me freaking out, and you'll be like, but Pumpkin, you clearly missed. I saw that the crosshair or whatever wasn't right on the body. Hitboxes in Resident Evil 4 are very generous, it feels like. So there are times where if you're close enough, it will connect, but not always. And that's why I will freak out if it looks obvious that I should have missed. I'm just mentioning that in general for the future. Write that down. I don't care about the cutscene. What? I hit his fucking body. Now, did I hit his body or did I hit the railing? Hard to say. It's like right on the fucking edge. But regardless, I keep missing anyway. I'm not hitting the railing. Believe me, believe me, believe me, believe me. Bullshit. Bullshit. No! Are you kidding me? That fucking bull... Give me my due credit. I'm an ultimate gamer. Now, was that bullshit? Or is their hitbox doesn't extend to their skull mask? Did I aim like 1 pixel too high? Don't understand. This was like 10 attempts of fucking up. How? Is my luck that bad? Drives me crazy! Bullshit! 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 Ah! And then I have another one that I'll show to highlight how sometimes the hitboxes aren't in my favor. This is the damn insects. I just 1 pixel off. 1 pixel off. Because I'm aiming too high. So I'll aim low, right? I'll aim low, right? What? No, here. There it is. That should have hit. I was stuck and reloaded. Hitboxes aren't meant for long distance. What? Do anything. Fucking Christ. Now I'm pissed. I was aiming too high. Now let's aim low, right? Is bugged. Get it? Bugged? Note to self, stop aiming so high. If I aim lower... I pointed at the screen as if you could see. Note to self, stop aiming so high. If I aim lower... Just 1 pixel off. Get out of here. Get out of here. Hey, my music! That's on mute. Sorry, my bad. You guys ready for Resident Evil 4? Weep. Yeah, it's online Dragon Punch. Online Dragon Punch. Oh, right. Let me get my dynamite. Let me get this again. Sorry, my muscle memory gets thrown off. It's the debuff! It's the streamer debuff! Every mistake is because of you. That's called interactivity. Dynamite. Dynamite. I thought, I'm not gonna make a dynamite joke, and then I did it, because why? Why control my power? I was thinking, is there stuff like, because there's lots of different ports of Resident Evil 4, and I've played Resident Evil 4 a lot on all the different versions of it. So I played it a lot on GameCube. I played it a lot on PS4. I've played a lot of it on PS3. The one that I have the least experience with in terms of, like, playtime, you could say is the PC version. And the GameCube version is harder, so I kind of want to play that one. However, I do want to also have the HD version, which is, you know, the fan HD version. I'm not interested in the Wii version. Maybe if I ever set my... Oh, I forgot that I have to do this part. Maybe if I ever set up my Wii again to restream Darkside Chronicles, Umbrella Chronicles, the Dead Space rail shooter. Maybe I'll do it then. I also have never played the PS2 version on PS2 But I think the HD, like the official HD, is based off the PS2 version. Rio wants to play the iPhone port. I do not want to play mobile because I have arthritis and it hurts and it hurts and it hurts. Also, I'm elitist and mean and I hate phones. I want everybody to stop playing that Musimu horse game now. Stop it. Stop having fun. I don't like it. It's a gotcha. Don't play it. Stop it. Alright, so this might be a little bit tight because I do not have ammo for this. This is gonna mostly be a shotgun battle. Typically, I just lava one of them. No, 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 what am I doing? Wait! Why would I do that? Sorry, I'm off. Let's start over. I'm just being a little bit silly. This time, I'm on point. Stop debuffing me. Stop it now. You're gonna pay for this. Stop it! I wasn't done collecting my shit! Ugh. I could kill them both, but I'm speedrunning. I'm being a quickie. Doing a little quickie, you know, a quickie action, right? You can't kill both of them with this thing. I've tried. Let's try it now! You see this? You see this? Bullshit! The game wants to hate me. Alright, we gotta stay away from that guy. Hey! Don't you come near me. Drown gracefully, you pathetic. Wait. No, 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 no. Stay away, stay away. He's not actually dead. He'll die eventually. You don't even have this Gigante fight in the remake, do you? So the spread on this is kind of tight. But I want to save... I want to, like, throw the grenade. Okay. I want to throw the grenade at him whenever his Plagas comes out. And then use some of this. If I had the sniper rifle, that would be so helpful. But it is empty, unfortunately. So, this should be strong, too. Like, why don't I just do both? Since it's a far range. He's gonna... No, I know what you're doing. I'm like, wait a second. I know what you're doing. Wait, no, he's still close to me. What am I doing? It's like these Gigantes are just so good at putting pressure on your ass. I don't feel like, Gigante is like that. I mean, there's like some challenge to him, but these ones are just a menace to deal with. I haven't drinking any water, but I did have a coffee. Mina wasn't sure what I want, so they ended up getting me a coffee. I wanted a fruit smoothie, but that's okay. I'm trying to eat healthy. I'm back on my diet, because yesterday was my big cheat day. I ended up eating, like, chocolate M&Ms. Yep. I almost got fooled again. Like, his animation that he does whenever, like, the Plagas is gonna come out is a little bit different. This is not good. I need to actually reload. He went for a swipe. Good sound design. Like, I'm telling you. I'm not bragging about myself. I'm able to do this because the game design is so good. Sound design. You can just tell what he's doing when you're not looking at him. I fucking love Capcom when they're good. have botched this before if I, like, don't prioritize the head. I might actually take a hit. Whoa! I think he was going for a grab. I have not been upgrading my shotgun enough. Alright, there we go. See, he actually makes it pretty obvious what he's gonna do. If I do this, that might make his Plagas go away. Okay. Can I shoot 2? Does it offset? If you have 2 mines go off, does the damage double? Or does he get iframes partially from one of them? Either way, let's do this. Now, did that actually work? He didn't get staggered out of this. I don't know if that worked. Is he being downed? Oh, that would have been awesome. Okay. Let's just do this for once. Normally, it's a little more... Normally, I kind of just go back and forth doing this a bit more, but I've been trying to just deal with his aggression. So let me use this as an opportunity to reload. Now that he's on my ass again... I do have a flash. I'm saving it. Might grab me. Yep, it's okay. It's okay. We did actually pretty good for a while. But now I'm kind of angry. So. Wait a second. Hey. If his Plagas is out, is he affected by the flash in that way? Because the flash is meant for the Plagas. So, theoretically, if you use the flash when the Plagas is out, it should hurt it really bad, correct? It's like sometimes quick turning takes like more time than just doing a kind of curve around him. The nuance of Resident Evil 4 movement. Ooh. I'm not paying attention. He's beefy. Nope. Only going for headshots. Okay. So I'm going to try to do this. And also QTE. Now, when I'm done with this, does it also explode? Oh! Yeah, he definitely has more health than the normal Gigante. I wanted to be greedy and see if I just, like, commit to offloading on him. To unloading on him, I meant. That maybe I could actually finish him off then and there. I fucking love iframes. Now again, if I had the sniper rifle and if I had been properly upgrading my stuff, I think this would be over by now. This one, I think, has more health than the normal Gigante. This is at least optimal. Well, based on my loadout, what would you have me do, exactly? Like, do you think just using the knife? Using a flash on a Gigante is wasteful. What about in the context of stunning him? But using a flash whenever the Plagas is out, when the Plagas is out, does the flash affect his parasite? Because if it was any other enemy, when their Plagas is out of their head, or the parasite, if you throw a flash, it instantly kills them. So does that flash do a lot of damage to Gigante's Plagas? But yeah, whenever I started this, literally the only thing I really had was 2 rounds of the mine launcher. I have no Magnum, but I do have Magnum ammo. Shotgun that I don't think I've been on top of upgrading. and a pistol that I also have not been on top of upgrading. 0 ammo for the sniper rifle. Usually, for the first Gigante fight, I upgrade the sniper rifle as much as I can, and I use the sniper rifle to kind of annihilate his Plagas whenever it pops out. And it's a pretty quick fight, but I kind of came ill prepared for this. I need to bait more, like, swings and hits from him so I have more opportunity to hit his damn head. Because the last time I did this, the worst optimization I ever did, I think I even had a good load of that, is I kept just not aiming for his head, not doing max damage, I guess. And the fight felt like it took forever. Kind of similar to this, but a bit worse. See, sometimes I'm aiming for the head, but it kind of goes under his chin. That, I can't even tell if it really hit him or not. I think I once botched it so bad that I ran out of ammo here. Oh wait, I knife fought Gigante once because of the village knife only run that I did. So technically, I've knifed him before. It was hard. It's like, to do the knife only run, you're gonna take a lot of damage, and I remember that I would have to just clutch on my heal items. There we go. Fucking finally. Is this enough to kill him? I got too scared to bother shooting multiple times. Oh, he's already dead. Yeah. Note to self, everybody. Upgrade your fucking guns. Ugh. Yeah, la, la, la. The flash doesn't affect the Plaga in Gigante, by the way. Okay, because I'm thinking that would be way too good to be true. And I feel like by now somebody would have, like, told me that. It would be too broken if the flash was that good against him, right? Because it's not that hard to come across flashes. Oh, right. So, my last maybe 2 playthroughs, for some reason, for some reason, lately, I haven't been doing good against the insects anymore. Even though they're not that hard, there's a counter move that happens, but sometimes they catch me at bad moments. And if you shoot them while they're in the air, no matter what you shoot them with, they're supposed to die. But I sometimes just get overwhelmed. I haven't actually made an attempt to play this on professional. I'm wanting to, but I want to do it whenever I get around to installing the HD mod. Like, they move very sporadically. They do not want me to actually hit them. Hey, this is actually the best start that I've had to this area in a hot minute. It's like, no matter how many times I play Resident Evil 4, I feel like there's just always that element of chaos or inconsistency within me that will make my playthroughs vary. It might also be one of the reasons why I haven't opted for professional, because I feel like no matter how many times I play, I always feel like I'm sloppy. That I can't fully count on myself to do amazing. But that's fine. What's wrong with a little friction? Am I right? So there's an explanation for what a Gigante is like, and yeah, that happens for 1 in every 1,000. Right. Like how that mutation happens. Now, what I sometimes don't know is, are they infinitely spawning because I am stalling? Or is this just how many enemies are in this area, and the longer that I stay here, everything that's already scripted to be in this room just comes to me early? It's like so many times I'm actually trying to shoot, and then it does that move, which is, like, fine. Does the kick even do damage, out of curiosity? And if it does, is it, like, very minimal? Alright. So this part, sometimes I pay by being too aggressive and just rushing it. But as I'm doing here, I'm just trying to be patient. Because my aggression here has not been working out for me. Last playthrough attempts, I mean. Something's behind me. Moving forward. It's like I could have switched to the pistol, but it's fine. Is there really just that many enemies? Was I not looking up enough? Are they infinitely spawning? God, it feels like they infinitely spawn. I'm gonna go down here first since I'm like already on this path. As likely intended. Whoa! Oh, no, no, no! No! The remake really fucking nerfed these guys. Who else wants some? Hold on, I want that cat's eye. Money, money, money. Ugh. So, I've been doing rough in other areas that I don't normally do rough, but I'm doing okay in the areas that I normally do rough in. I'll take it, whatever. I didn't want to deal with the embarrassment of getting my ass handed to me and dying here like 3 times again. Look at this idiot. Okay. Oof. Okay. Ooh. With his, like, intense, like, jerking around, combined with, the sway of the gun, I just, nah. Damn it. I'm gonna burn them to death. Ooh! I like that, like, if you're aiming and you're gonna shoot, you're likely to end up pressing the melee button. So it works out no matter what. But there's sometimes to where it doesn't work in my favor. Maybe timing-wise. Or, like, during a reload. During a reload, you can get punished, even if you're smashing the X. I might keep this a neat, compact stream and just finish up Resident Evil 4. Like, do a short stream, kind of. I mean, granted, we have a bit of content left. Short stream Resident Evil 4 where we finish it. And then maybe I won't hop right into Super Metroid. I don't know. I feel like I can't push myself socially. I'm an introvert. I need to be alone. Okay. Just gonna stay here and bide my time. Hello, Doom Guy. What were you right about today? Oh my goodness. A lot. I did a whole tangent talking about the argument that Leon cannot make for a good he cannot be in a horror game. He just doesn't make a good protag for a horror game. And I basically dissected the argument, and I feel like I basically said Resident Evil from the very get-go was always about characters that are really strong and capable. And that it's all about the game designed around the characters. It was very detailed. It wouldn't do it justice to, like, lightly paraphrase it. So, this sounds so cringe, but I would recommend checking out the beginning of the stream, like the VOD, if you're bored enough or cared. If you don't, it's fine. I don't blame you. Just skip all the bullshit where I talk about braces. Ugh, okay. One's on my side! This is out of control! Okay, this is not what I wanted to happen. Wait. That doesn't do anything. I'm fucking pissed, bro. The pumpkin, you should be happy! happy. You did this like 90% good. I'm not happy. I'm angry. I'm gonna crash out. It did nothing. Fuck. Give me like a... Give me a... The other kind of grenade. Normal grenade. Normal grenade. Fuck. This is out of control. I need to leave. I need to leave. I need to leave. I need to leave. Hold on. I got the advantage now. Hey! Hold on. Save, save, save. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Whoa! Don't fucking touch me. Stay away from me. Stay away from me. God, I don't... Thank you for the follow. I do not remember my earlier playthroughs of this game. Why don't I remember these insects being so difficult here? They're just so good at putting pressure on you. We got another blue one. A vulnerable character is vulnerable to everything, but a hardened character and still struggling really highlights the threat of enemies. Exactly. Like, Leon didn't make this game action horror. Like, his like, characterization didn't necessarily help, but Resident Evil 4 as a game is just... It was made to be action. It's an action game. Leon didn't, like, magically make it so. Ah! God, I'm so fucking pissed! From me. Ugh. I'm gonna crash out. I hate them. I hates them. I hates them. They're making me angry. That's right. Submit and die. Alright, I'm happy now. Hee hee. How dare this game challenge me in one single aspect. The fucking audacity this game has. I'm a fucking veteran, bro. Don't fucking challenge me, bro. I've played this too much to want challenge. Bitch. Ah! Okay, I'm okay. That one doesn't go down. Sorry for the crash. I won't do it again. I've been so salty. Salty, like, in levels that are unhealthy. Like, I need to be hospitalized because of the amount of salt that's in my body right now. I'm just so fucking pissed off. Because there's resistance going on, and I don't like to lose. Oh, you like my little ghosts? I love my little ghosts. All right, now we get to the minecart, which is really fun. Which the remake ruins, by the way. Objectively, it is less interesting. And I'm going to highlight why. Every time I replay Resident Evil 4, every time I replay Resident Evil 4 Remake, I'm going to highlight the same points over and over and over. Woman's mouth. What the fuck? How big are Ada's lips? She kind of like... She was like showing her like mouth opening capabilities. Like how wide that thing can get. Like, just so you know. Scale it. Scale it on your own time, Leon. She's unhinging it way more than she needs to, by the way. I'm just gonna mention that. I don't mind admitting that. There's nothing wrong with being smaller. Okay, I'm an agent. Okay? Let me combine this shit. I think Ada might be a size queen. I would like that. I would like that. No, we don't. It's not okay. Combine. So, if I have these by now, and they're not filled out, then I'm not gonna get it right. I've been speedrunning this, remember. This. I don't remember how I get the last... Wait! Oh, it's done. Right. You don't have to do 3. Okay. 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 I mean, like that. I mean, like that. She unhinges her jaw. Yeah, like a snake. But how are you doing, Ghost, in chat? You're a literal ghost in chat because There is a little ghost at the bottom. That's you.
What are you selling?
That's you!
Thanks.
Sell. Sell. Sell.
Thank you.
One?
Is that all Is that Thank you.
All right, let's finally start upgrading like, you know, we haven't been doing. Striker.
Thank you.
Firepower wasn't that far off. What was I doing wrong with the Gigante then? Like, is the shotgun just not good? Like, it's not my fault that the rifle had... Well, okay, I was gonna say, it's not my fault that the rifle had no ammo. It is my fault. Because I shot it, so...
Is that all, stranger?
I want this to be stronger. I want this to be stronger. We're gonna make every hit count, so we have to use less hits. I like that. I like that. Oh,
is that all?
Sure. Do I want to go harder? I do need to buy the Magnum at some point.
What are you buying?
And if I have the Magnum, I'll get more Magnum drops, correct? Which will help me later. Broken butterfly. Wait. That's just a regular shotgun. Regular gun. Regular gun. That's what I was doing wrong. Okay. Because I'm thinking, like, well, I'm close enough, so this should be doing good, right? And it's like, it didn't feel like it was good, but I'm too scared to get too close to him. I would have to bait out his downward punches, run up on him, and then shoot him. But I was keeping my back turned to him so much. Okay, makes a lot of sense, actually.
Thank you.
Have you ever played Evil Within? I really like the first area in that game, but I feel like the game as a whole is so disjointed and the mechanics get really at odds with themselves, so I never finished. I feel like Evil Within came out during, like, the 2010s period, right? Which I'm not super fond of. I tried to play a little bit of Evil Within, and I was very strong in my, I want survival horror. I do not want games that are Resident Evil 4 or more actiony. I want things to go back to how survival horror as a whole used to be. And very early on when I played Evil Within, I was just getting action horror vibes. So I wasn't really vibing with it, and I kind of dropped it. And then I tried to play Evil Within 2 because YouTube man said, oh, hey there, viewer. Yeah, actually, I don't even like Evil Within 1. And I'm like, what, really? And he's like, but I promise you, Evil Within 2, this is where it's at. So I bought it. I played it. And once I got to, like, I'm going through some cinematic, walkie, spooky segment. And I get to my daughter. And she's like, you should have saved me. And she grabs you, and then a fire vortex happens. Can somebody please tell, like, writers for games and movies that nightmares are not... We don't have nightmares about fire tornadoes. We have nightmares about our teeth falling out. Can we, like, please get that across somehow? Please don't do weird, wacky, crazy dreams like that. Dreams are surreal. Dreams are uncomfortable, at least if they're bad. Don't do a fucking fire tornado. I dropped the game, not even joking because of that. I'm just like, no, this is, I can't do it. Now you're probably saying, but Pumpkin, I thought you said the gameplay was the most important. Well, the gameplay opens up with cinematic shit, like forced walk-in and shit like that. I don't know. Some stuff even I can't stomach. Sometimes I will drop something even if the gameplay could be good or is good. Sometimes. I don't know. I'll give it another chance one day. Promise. Fingers crossed.
A senior moment, perhaps.
Hola. Iframes when he's on fire? Oh, he's dead. Whoa. RE4 survival horror on the first time through, but on run 746, it's done been an action game. I mean, it's an action game to begin with. But you are right that the more experienced and confident you are in this game, the more overpowered you actually are because you are more familiarized with the mechanics. Because when you first play, you are not necessarily going to be like, all right, and I run through here, and then I shoot him in the face, and then I kick them, and then I go to the next guy and shoot him in the face, and then I kick him. So, but I wouldn't say Resident Evil 4 is quite survival horror. However, it does have a lot more in common with classic Resident Evil than you would think, than some, like, classic fans might give it credit for. But I lean towards saying this is action horror. Because, I mean, if you play classic Resident Evil over and over and over again, and you become familiar with classic Resident Evil, you're like, flying through that, too. You're pretty efficient. I mean, Resident Evil 1, 2, and 1 Remake are not hard to me. Not anymore. I've played them so much. But something about them, their gameplay philosophy, game design philosophy, is just different than Resident Evil 4. But I like them both, like both classic and Resident Evil 4. As separate things. I like them. We like that. We like that. I wish. Oh, wait. How if I shoot this campfire? Good thing those other guys don't care, huh? Now, that was a waste. I shouldn't do that. My precious mine ammo. I don't need to do that. It's just a bunch of grunts in a circle. Yes, it's fun to attack multiple at once with anything, but we're just gonna keep it simple, and we're just gonna melee them in the face. We're just gonna kick him in the face over and over again. Evil Within 2 is a bad game, so don't do that to yourself. I heard that the DLC fucking sucks hard. That's what I heard. The problem with Evil Within is that I feel like it's not even that. It's an horribly awkward in-between spot where it has these action horror elements and stage design, but it has the ammo distribution of Resident Evil 1 and finicky stealth on top of that. So it's like weird confliction, like design confliction, where it's like, wait, are you survival horror or are you action horror? Which one are you? Is it like that kind of deal? That's what Revelations is like. Revelations set me off so hard because Revelations was like one of the first big, we're returning to our roots. We're gonna be like classic Resident Evil again. And I'm like, okay, I kind of see what you mean. Hell yeah. Is that an ammo cap? You put an ammo cap? Okay, okay. Well, alright. This is okay. Oh, here's a puzzle. Oh, we do this puzzle. Oh, this one over and over and over and over again. Okay, okay, that's okay. That's okay. Oh, cool. 5,000 hunters. 5,000 hunters segment. Survival horror. I learned to forgive it for its sins and just enjoy it as like a weird identity crisis game. Round up, boys! Round up by the campfire! Oh, I didn't back up hard enough. That's okay. I need to herd them a little bit. Oh, thank God that staggered him. See, the hitbox for, like, these melees is just so good. If this was the remake, and you, like, herded enemies like this, only a few of them would take the brunt of the melee. Because that's Resident Evil 4 Remake is trying to kind of dial it back on being an action game, while still kind of being an action game. Whoa. There's actually way more enemies than I gave this part credit for. His head was in the way, so I couldn't see. What's my health like? Not great. Wait, that's such a waste, but... We have enough shotgun shells. If I die, I kind of deserve it. I fumbled this. Can I walk into that fire and hurt myself? Who's alive? I think you're still alive. Are you the only one? Also gotta remember that there is adaptive difficulty in this game. Is it giving me such a hard time because I've just gotten more experience with the game? Is that why? Like, is that why the insects are just a nightmare to deal with? Why they're so fucking relentless and hard at that part? Not that I I mean, for most of my playthroughs, I wouldn't say that I'm dying left and right. The first time I played, though, I died like 70 times. I think I actually remember the tally. It was something like I died 70 times. Thank you, NOK. In fairness to Tango Gameworks, I have absolutely no doubt that some of the fuckness and evil within was executive meddling. Possibly. Whoa! Oh, that's just coins. I thought it was a snake. I'm like, no! This segment's gonna suck if I don't get some health. I mean, there is health kind of like sprawled around. Let me just double check and make sure I've gotten everything. Oh, Resident Evil absolutely has adaptive. Resident Evil 4 has adaptive difficulty. The remakes, like Resident Evil 2 remake, etc., also has adaptive difficulty. It kind of works. I don't remember which one, how each one works specifically, because they might be a little bit different from each other. But Resident Evil 4 is like the difficulty scales based on how well you're doing. So if it's been a while since you've gotten hit, if it's been a while since you've needed to use a health item, the difficulty should crank up. Now, keep in mind, I might accidentally be explaining how the RE2 remake's adaptive difficulty works, so... but I wouldn't be surprised if Resident Evil 4 and RE2 remake work similar. But, like, if you use a health item, I think the difficulty rises down. If you get hit, I think the difficulty rises down. If you get killed, the difficulty rises down. And then as you keep doing better and better, the difficulty starts rising up until it's back to max again. And then if any fuck-ups happen, then it goes down. It's like that. And then it'll do stuff like the water room. In this game, where you open that big giant door and you are met with a lineup of shield dudes. There should be archers at that part. But if the adaptive difficulty is working to help you, they should not be there. Or if you die at that part while there's archers, your next attempt, the archers should not be there anymore. Is how it works. I know because I dealt with it. And it's annoying because I want to fight the archers. I want the whole complete package. And I want to overcome it. But the game's like, oh, no, we'll help you. No. Don't help me. I want, like, a static challenge. Adaptive difficulty is certainly interesting. But you could say, well, if you don't want the adaptive difficulty to take the archers away, you need to get good at the entire game from the very get-go. You need to be flying through this game and don't mess up. Don't do things that will make the adaptive difficulty drop. And I say to that, fair enough. It's kind of hard to be on the top of your game for, like, a game that's, like, what, 20 hours when you first play it? Easy mode in RE4 is interesting. It outright removes some rooms. What? What fucking rooms? And also, was easy difficulty even in the original Resident Evil 4 on GameCube? I haven't played Resident Evil 4 on GameCube in... man, I want to say 15 years. My GameCube died anyway. I did buy a replacement GameCube, but I'm just like, I give up. I didn't know. I've never actually played Resident Evil 4 on easy. Most games I don't typically play on easy. Only a few have I done so. Like, very few. I could count on, like, 3 fingers how many. Yeah, I'm not falling for that. Hello, Aries. How are you? Ugh. I had one opportunity to melee, and I started backing away before I hit X. That's okay. I kind of just was not in a good situation there. Oh, they're gonna... Oh, okay. I still have the same amount of health, but maybe less enemies will be there, and thus the adaptive difficulty hates me. There's a few moments where the game just locks off a few places so you struggle less, like getting the key to enter the castle. Like... Getting the key to enter the castle. Like, which part is that? Hi, Eds. Getting the key to enter the castle. Like, is that whenever you are running to the drawbridge to get in the castle? Which key is that? Right before you meet Salazar. There's so much, like, detailing and how to explain all of the progression of Resident Evil 4 that I can't, like, picture it. You're gonna have to dumb it down with, like, pictures for me. I think Evil Within 1 has one of my favorite early areas with the foggy night village with all the weird fucked up zombies. It felt very Lucio Fulci. Is he a Italian horror director or something? Oh, thank you so much for the sub. Too bad it, like, jumps between 25 locations because Nightmare Energy Field or whatever, which doesn't appeal to me because I like a story location having some kind of connective tissue. You don't want your games to have the lava level and the desert level and the water level. You don't want your horror games doing that? Yeah, I don't like having... I don't like jumping around a ton. Even Resident Evil 4 jumps around a little bit too much. I kind of, like classic Resident Evil to where Resident Evil 1. Primarily, it's like 70% is the mansion? Do I want to say 70%? 60% is the mansion. 20% is... There's the mansion. There are the caves. There's the guardhouse. Not in that order. And then the lab. If we're going percentage-wise, because I'm autistic, is it fair to say that 50% of the game is the mansion? And then the rest is guardhouse, caves, and then lab? Doesn't really matter. And then Resident Evil 2 is primarily RPD, what was 60%? Then the sewers? Then the labs? Yeah? I'm fine with that in theory, but I at least like the jumping around, having some rhyme and reason. Does it feel like that one Resident Evil movie? There's like a live-action Resident Evil movie where they're like in some simulation hologram thing. Okay, now Alice is in Japan. Okay, now Alice is in Hawaii. Okay, now Alice is in New York. Something like that. Hi, Raspy. Also in easy mode, the maze is skipped completely. The hedge maze? The massive door is locked, so you go through a small door and deal with a bunch of enemies. You played easy as a kid and missed out on some content. Okay, okay. I ended up playing Resident Evil 4 for the first time when I was like an older teen. So I need to be more passive about this area. So Dr. Salvador, unless I fucked up by going this route, he's supposed to be stupidly running around in circle in that room. He is not supposed to be able to escape. And I typically stay far away and just start shooting him with a sniper rifle or the mines. Yes, he's being dumb. I need to be careful with this guy. This is kind of exciting. Yeah, you wanted to fucking do that, didn't you? I had like 1 second left with, I had 1 second left with the, melee opportunity. I need to run away at an angle. Not that that always guarantees you safety, because they are programmed to kind of miss. I need them to come in here. I'm gonna funnel them. Normally I don't let this get out of control, but I'm pretty clumsy, and I have let this get out of control. I don't have enough health to be too daring in this. Them and their infinite this. Alright. Threat neutralized? Not necessarily. Now, would you say elements like this? I wouldn't be surprised if stuff like this is what makes people think, yeah, this is fucking survival horror. This is terrifying. In a way. Resident Evil 4 is an action horror game with some survival horror philosophy in it. He might be able to grab me. He's a fire guy, so he's pretty dangerous! Man. I like that his hitbox is activated even though he's not fully up. Alright. It would be survival if they gave you much less ammo. Yeah, and I feel like they have to take away the melee. You can't have this consistent overpowered melee and still be survival horror necessarily, unless you just, I don't know, throw it 500 million thousand enemies. And that's, I think, the, that's the logic that I think the Resident Evil 4 remake had. That's why, like, I complain about it from, liking Resident Evil 4 as an arcadey action game, even though I was open-minded to the remake being more survival horror. I thought they were going to rework it so drastically that it wasn't even going to be an action game. And I was all here for it. I thought it was going to be like Resident Evil 3.5. They even cited Resident Evil 3.5 as something that they were looking out for inspiration in how they're making the remake. But it's like fascinating because Resident Evil 4 Remake, it's still Resident Evil 4, but they add new systems and adjust some things to up the survival horror levels. But would I say Resident Evil 4 Remake is survival horror? No, not really. So Resident Evil 4, you have the consistent stagger whenever you shoot enemies in their designated spots. Now you could miss by an inch and it not work, but if you shoot somebody in the face, they will stagger consistently 100% of the time if you hit them right. That makes you kind of a little bit too strong, right? That is how you're able to play like me or people who are better than me, who just run around, go to the first village, like the first segment, the village horde, and fly through it because we're confident and familiar with the melee system and how strong it is. So the remake is like, we do not want people to be able to do that. We have to restrict them. How do we restrict them? We have to make the stagger inconsistent. And it feels frustrating. It feels bad. I'm shooting them in the face 10 times. Why are they not staggering? Why am I not able to do my melee? Why is the hit box for the melee attack so small? If you're surrounded by 8 people in the RE4 remake and you do like a roundhouse kick, it feels like only 2 characters might take the brunt of that. That's why they did it. That's the logic that they went by, and I get it. I'm generally a fan of any kind of horror, but it's got to be consistent in what horror it's trying to be. So with that said, there's games that I feel like have bigger identity crises, like Resident Evil Revelations. I think it's like, okay, here's the survival horror segments. Okay, now here's the action horror segments. It's literally divided like just genre types. Resident Evil 6, identity crisis, but I wouldn't say it's ever really survival horror either. It never is. So with that said, do you like Resident Evil 4 Remake? Do you, and if you do, this is kind of a separate question, do you think it's an identity crisis game, or do you think it kind of works? Like, is it fine? Because I think you could balance multiple things and not quite be identity crisis. There's like nuance to game design discussion that's a little bit even above my level. Like, I'm not the most educated or eloquent with words, and sometimes I try to have discussions that might be a little bit above me, but I try my best. I try my best to always be right, which is usually all the time. No, but hopefully you get what I'm getting at. I sound confident, but I'm not going to pretend like I'm a super genius. I am, though. Yes! Oh! So your hitbox is active when you're burning. That's good. That's good. So, what do I value more? I come across sniper rifle ammo more than mine, right? So, why does this game let me do this? Is this in the original GameCube, or is this like a port break thing? Why am I allowed to do this? Alright. Boop. And I'm just gonna watch. Now what happens? Then he aggroes, and then he goes downstairs, and he comes and gets you. Or he does this again. Why? Why do you let me do this? Capcom wanted a fucking insanely different audience for RE for some reason, and not really knowing how to go about that and throwing everything at the wall. I feel like it's just Resident Evil caused any IP that veers off course and tries to do something different, fractures the fan base. And now you have multiple demographics that you're trying to appeal to. So if you make a classic survival horror that's fixed camera, that's tank controls, that's just literally the ultimate game that I've always wanted, there's going to be such a huge portion of the fan base that's going to be like, what the fuck is this? You're going backwards. This is 2025. Why would you do this? And Capcom probably knows that, and that's probably why they're like, everybody's yelling at me, they all want different things. Let's just try and appease them all in one. Well, what happens when you try to appease everybody in one? Well, then it's frustrating. Then it's like, oh, thank you for the kindness, survival horror. Oh, and thank you for the level where I can fight 50 invisible hunters with Quint and Keith. Thank you. I think he might be dead. He made a, like, a, oh, but I don't know for sure. Let's see. I love the remake. Not really Identity Crisis, but I'm biased because I think the parries are really cool. The parries are pretty controversial. I feel like in the spaces that I hang out in, people are a little bit fatigued about parries. I'm just not good at them, and I just don't really care for them. And because it's trendy, because I don't love the trends, if I see trends and I don't absolutely love the trends, I'll probably just get irritated just because it's a trend. If I was an RE fan, I would just rather not get new shit at all. I'm greedy. I need a AAA survival horror. I need something, and Capcom and Konami are the only ones that are going to be able to do it. I'm okay with that. I don't need a big budget like official Resident Evil game. Just do a spin-off, please. Just Outbreak. Go back to that logic, Capcom, when you used to do experimental spin-offs that were a little bit underbaked sometimes. Just don't underbake them this time. So oh, actually, I forgot he's here. I'm gonna go for a melee hit. Uh-oh. You dead? You dead? Yes, you are. I can kind of run past this. I don't really need to commit to this fight. Oh. That is just so much fun. That's not what I want, but I got iframes, so it's okay. Like, it just feels so good to just back away. Okay, this way. I love the chick. Okay. Now, can you record your line? This is a big door. Can you record your line? Yes. Okay, now go. Rawr. Okay. Rawr. RE6 and Operation Raccoon City and stuff were all a part of a big identity crisis era for the franchise where they randomly decided they wanted Call of Duty movie. Everybody wanted it. If our game does not make Call of Duty sales, it's a failure. It's a flop. We need Call of Duty sales. You can't get Call of Duty sales. Why? Because you're not called Call of Duty. Call of Duty bros are not going to be like, oh, I can't wait for the new Call of Duty. What? Hold on, what? The new Resident Evil... It's got, like, a lot of ammo? Like, are you, like, a lot? And you could, like, roll? Yeah, guys, sorry, I'm not gonna buy the... I don't think I'm gonna buy Call of Duty and have that be my singular focus game for 3 years, as usual. I'm gonna go buy the new Resident Evil. You see the little parasites! Ah! I love this, like, spooky music. Oh! I'm leaving. Hey! Hey! We're gonna do one of the best parts of the game! Oh! Oh! There's like an infinite, like, super lots of gold. In a secret spot. I learned it from Twitter. Okay. The bugs are not programmed to go all the way down here. Resident Evil gotcha win. Objectify Krauser and we'll talk. Goon. Oh, Krauser. Can I have a Krauser figure? Krauser Hot Toys. Oh, he's a hot toy, right? I'm gonna hot him in a lot of ways. Where's that spot? Don't fuck with me now. I know it's here. There's like... It's here, right? There's a spot that has like 5,000 infinite gold. Or something. It's not infinite, but it's a lot. Just a little to the right. That's right. No, a little to the left. A little to the right. A little to the left. Oh, give me my free shit. What the fucka? This is like, is this like for real? For realsies. Ugh. Whatever. Operation Raccoon City was insane. That is like the Sonic Adventure 2 of Resident Evil. The ultimate cringe. Ultimate, I want a Hunko C too. I want a Hunko C. My Hunko C? She's a German butcher lady. Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah? My Hunko C. He's got like a cool, like, cloak and like a hood. And he turns invisible. Oh, yeah? My Hunko C. She's Asian and hot. Awesome, bro. My Hunko C is Puerto Rican. I'm pretty sure one of them was Puerto Rican. He was cool. I like these. I like the characters. My Hunko C is French. She's a French girl. And she's awesome. And it was jank. And it felt like shit. It was amazing. My favorite, like, trash game. I love playing Operation Raccoon City more than I like playing Resident Evil 6. Operation Raccoon City feels like shit, but you fly through that. Resident Evil 6 feels like a investment that you just feel miserable in. You feel sad. Hello, Red Oni. Thank you, thank you. I can't get into Resident Evil 6, but the control scheme is interesting. I imagine watching a pro playing Resident Evil 6 could be really interesting, but you're playing Resident Evil 6, and guess what you gotta do? You gotta deal with forced walk-in and all the lame shit that was popular around that time. Now, let's talk about the minecart again for the 500th time. In this minecart, you are trapped in a small enclosed space. You can jump between 3 carts, and there are ganados that gradually trickle in, and eventually Dr. Salvador's come in. This part is about as hard as you allow it to be. If you plan ahead, if you shoot ganados before they drop down, you can control this really well. It's fun. You would take advantage of iframes too. When you're stuck in a small contained spot like this, take advantage of your iframes when jumping around. There's lots of stuff to think about. The remake, what does the remake do? The remake just makes it a rail shooter to where you don't move. You don't do anything. You just like point and shoot. There's no movement needed. That sucks. I hate that. I genuinely hate that. It's like, oh, it's harder. Not really. Imagine when we all did this for the first time. Just think about that. Yes. Now, did I handle that well? Well, I certainly am not dealing with Dr. Salvador. Correct. See, and you also got to think about that too. It's interesting. This is an interesting fucking encounter. And the remake heard it. And that's objective. That's objective. This is objectively more interesting to play through. This part used to be like a filter for me. Like, I would die a lot because I'm like, wow, this is hard. Granted, I don't feel that way anymore. But when I first played the remake equivalent of this, I never felt, wow, that's interesting my first time. I just thought my first time, this is kind of lame. This isn't fun. Yeah, see, I'm actually, like, letting this get out of control. Normally I'm on point, but I need a debuff. Sorry. Thank you guys for the debuff. It's your fault. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. I think it's because I wasn't quicker on hitting that button. I think they keep sprinkling in. Oh yeah, and don't forget, whenever they become Plogus, like they're about to right now, what does that do? What do we call that? It's called fun and interesting. Oh, this bitch got iframes? Never mind, this is bad. This is bad game design. Get out of here, bitch! Dr. Salvador, I will not allow you. Nope. And you have to, like, make sure you shoot them like, at the right moment, because if you shoot them, I think when it's a little bit too late, they can still hop in your cart. I may like that, I may like that. Alright, there's gonna be somebody on my right that drops in. There shouldn't be any Dr. Salvadors left. It's always 2 of them. And one of these guys is still alive. I need to use the knife. I'm literally, like, in an okay situation. Hold on. Come on. Oh. Whoop, 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 whoop. Oh. That's fucking scary. Oh, man. This is scary because he could get me through this. He's tight enough. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Oh, alright, I can't jump around anymore. I like how he just starts chilling there. I never use the TMP. I'm the only person who, like, is stubborn about it. Everyone's like, the TMP is strong, and I'm like, yeah, I don't like how it feels. I don't want to. I miss choirs like this in horror games. Like, loud, corny, ghostly choirs. I don't even think it's corny. I love it, but I can see why other people think it's corny. I love it. So much personality. The music levels are really high, very nice. You feel kind of enwrapped in that music. Very good, very good. I mean, like that. I mean, like that. So, is the infinite... Oh! Bro. Let's fucking go. Alright, for anybody who is not familiar, once you finish the minecart, you get to that. It's like here, at the skeleton. I don't think it gives you that much. It's just like a bunch of little 2000s. 200. The TMP is so nerfed in the remake. I heard that they made it lame. They also adjusted the mine launcher. Now it's like some kind of bolt thing. It was different, and it had a learning curve to it, so I didn't want to, like, bother with it. How is it? I hear people say that it's, like, actually kind of good for what it is. It's just very different. The mine launcher in this game is very mindless. There's not much thought. Bolt launcher is terrible, so I'm okay to hate it. I'm not, like, cringe for hating it. Mark of Shame is never finishing Resident Evil 0. I feel like that's fine. Resident Evil 0 is... It's like a not as good Resident Evil 1 remake, you know? I still like it a lot, though. But, I do that with a lot of games. Even if I'm enjoying them, I lose momentum. And then I take a break, and never get back to it. But I actually like Resident Evil 0. It's like, that has a dog shit story. But... I like its gameplay so much that I can put up with it, and you know, it's a classic game. It's not making me do forced walking or anything like that. My big criticism, Resident Evil 0, aside the obvious, like, not having the item boxes, which it's an interesting idea. You do routing in a different way because of that. However, the average player is going to use the main hall of the mansion as the item box. That's what we all do. Do professionals do something different? Maybe. It could be interesting to see how they do it. There might be, like, a more optimal way to do it. But aside that and the bad story, the absurdity of what that story is, I don't like that the train doesn't have any music. It's like a little thing, right? The train is such a cool setting, but I don't like that it doesn't have any music. Just like a little nitpick here. Oh, did I already save? Yeah, I saved. Did I save? Saves. Alright. Did I save? Yeah. Train level. No, the train level is fantastic. I love it. It's like such a cool setting. It's very claustrophobic. You have this, like, cool sense of movement. Like, you're on a moving platform. It feels kind of neat. I thought the furnishing, the textures, it was awesome. I fucking loved it. And I like balancing the two characters. I do not view that as a negative. It's different. It's like maybe a gimmick that should be unique to only a few Resident Evils. I don't think that Like oh, if they remake RE2, they should make it to where you can control both Leon and Claire at the same time. It's like I wouldn't say that, but for its own little game's identity, I think that's fine. Hello, Bucky. Hi. I'm gonna take a quick break. I'm going to I guess I'm gonna go to the bathroom. The mic is cutting off. Oh yeah, my mic setup is a little bit rough. Also, hello, Gabrielle. How are you doing? Let me catch up on what you guys were saying. The Evil Within is great. The just disjointed feeling is because it's all a nightmare. Evil Within 2 is better than the first, and the reason for the fire tornado was because his daughter died in a fire. But that doesn't like doesn't necessarily discredit my criticism. I know there's symbolism, but it makes the dream cringe and lame to experience for me as the player. It's just, I know I was giving people shit like, oh, don't take Leon's characterization so seriously. What matters in a horror game is the gameplay. So I'm judging Evil Within 2 so harshly because of a damn fire tornado. So I know that there's like elements of hypocrisy that I exhibit. That's just, I think it's hard to not be a little bit hypocritical when there's just so much nuance to literally everything in the world. Like, okay, here's my opinion on a thing. However, depending on certain factors, you have to adjust that opinion to adapt to this and to adapt to this, and this, and this, and this. It's just so hard to be consistent. So call it hypocrisy possibly, but I just, even though there's a logical reason why it's a fire tornado, I think you could do that same kind of dream with that same kind of anxiety and lore for why the dream has fire involved and do it more interestingly. I always cite, like, really cool dreams are, and not to say that they don't have silly stuff in them, but in terms of presentation, the first Nightmare on Elm Street and the nightmare sequence in, what is it called again? I'm drawing a blank. I love this movie. How am I forgetting it? With the evil box and the evil woman and her evil brother-in-law that she's baning. It's directed by, I'm not looking at chat. I will not allow you to remind me of the name. I've never forgotten it, but I've also, I don't think, Hellraiser. I remember. How could I forget? That's just the ADHD thing. Please don't judge me, please. Hellraiser's dream sequence when, I do not remember her name, but she's kind of like the female lead, the heroine girl. She is just walking through a hallway, and it has this kind of misty, like almost pretty, dreamy look to it. It's very surreal and pretty, but a horrifying situation of there's a bunch of pillow feathers flying around, or it could be bird feathers, I don't know. And there seems to be some kind of miscarriage implication going on. There's like blood everywhere, and then a monster chases her. That's a great presentation for a dream. I love that. That is more impactful and interesting than what if we went crazy? What if you dreamt about Sharknado, but it was fire? It's like it cheapens it. It makes it kind of lame. If you want to make like schlocky horror, I guess that's valid, but I'll get kind of like annoyed. Maybe I have like autistic tics, and one of them is I don't like when dream sequences suck. But I will catch up on chat in a second. I will be right back. I'm just gonna go to the bathroom. I'll play a song for y'all, though, while I'm gone. return. Hello. Drink. Drink up. Now now I want to catch up on chat. I definitely am not going to be able to play Super Metroid and do Resident Evil 4 and Resident Evil talk. I'm in my element, so I'm extra strong today. So let's see. Resident Evil 0 is so interesting because its connectivity to the rest of the series is so shaky, and it's really funny that they put a game with Slug Sephiroth right next to a comparatively grounded RE remake. Bro, I was always calling him Final Fantasy looking. He's got this cloak shit. He's singing opera. Code Veronica did that kind of thing too. Like, I mean, being silly. I guess nobody specifically sung opera, although... Does Alfred sing? I think he does in Darkside Chronicles, technically. But, Resident Evil 0 is just absurd. It's absurd like how Code Veronica is absurd, but they make up for it with their gameplay. They're good games, with issues. Code Veronica's issue is that it's just not overly polished, in my opinion. But it's still, like, fun, enjoyable. Like, I like it. The scene in Hellraiser where Frank is a goo skeleton reforming his peak horror, that scene is still terrifying. Yeah, I remember now. So, I also wanted to, since we were talking about dream and nightmare sequences, I wanted to highlight in Hellraiser 2, Frank's, it's not a nightmare, but it's his hell, which is, he's trapped in a room, and there are women, I guess dead women, kind of, that are on, what do you call it when you are in a room, and it's where they store the dead bodies, and then they pull out a sheet that has a dead body on it. It's like one of those, something like that. And the women come out, they have a blanket that's covering them, completely obscuring them, and there's blood all over the sheets. And they're kind of writhing very, very erotically, going, and then they go away. They go back in their hole, or you go over to them, you take the blanket off of them, and there's literally nothing there. And it's basically Frank's personal hell because he is so hungry. So let's make it to where you can literally never have sex ever, and also you are constantly craving it. Fantastic imagery, fantastic atmosphere to that. That's good horror. That's cool. That's better than a fucking tornado. Although, if I recall correctly, I think there was something fantastical in Hellraiser 2, like some electric storm or something like that, but that's besides the point. I haven't watched the Hellraiser sequels in a really long time, but I want to because I remember liking them. Even when they get silly, which is frustrating, obviously, because, like, the first one is so good, you know, and then the subsequent sequels make it campier and sillier and dumber, but there's still enjoyment out of it, especially in hindsight. Like, okay, it's the year 2025. We know Hellraiser goes cringe and silly. We know Friday goes silly. We know Halloween goes silly. Now let's just go back and watch them and experience them. How are they? And it's like, oh, they're actually kind of fun. They're stupid. Sucks that happened to the IP, but it did. So let's try and enjoy it for what it is. And what it is kind of amusing. I was gonna say I drink. I do not drink. I play my game. I play Resident Evil 4. Oh, right. So the person that I cited earlier that was like in favor of Leon being a survival horror protag, that he can be in horror just fine, and he's I don't know I don't know their gender. They were in favor. They said that they're the one that did the quote where horror games used to target the player, not so much your player character. So it was about making the player scared, not making Leon or whoever scared. But they used Resident Evil 4, original Resident Evil 4, as an example of how you can have a horror game and Leon be the protag. It was a mistake because Resident Evil 4 is more of an action game. It's an action horror game. You can't deny that there's horror elements to this game. You can't deny that it's action horror, but a better example is Resident Evil 2 original. If you want to argue Leon being a protag in horror can work. But I don't want to drag back into that fight because, or not fight, but that debate, because I already like went so detailed on that. I just don't got the energy to do it again. Like I think I weirdly worded it as good as I could earlier. So maybe I'll like clip that entire segment and make it a separate YouTube video. Although I don't know if I want to do that because I find that anytime I do discuss Resident Evil with people typically will just call me stupid or misunderstand what I'm getting at. And I would be scared if I made a Resident Evil video and then Resident Evil fans find it and start like dissecting it and telling me I'm wrong and not even be correct in what they're like saying, you know. It just gets frustrating. But that's what having an opinion entails, right? If you have an opinion, there's going to be people who also have opinions about your opinion, and they might have good opinions or they might have bad opinions about your opinion, and they might even be wrong, and they might misrepresent you, and that's frustrating as hell. But I want to get my takes out there because I feel like I'm fair. I feel like I have decent takes. Hold on, I want him to finish. Yeah, I wanted him to finish his, like, jump over animation so I can guarantee that he'll fall over. There might be somebody behind me. I knew it. I knew I heard somebody. So they're not dead. But when they fall in this game, I think it does pretty decent damage. I don't know how exactly it works based on how high a height they fall from. But I believe in the remake, they nerf the fall damage quite a bit for Ganados, cultists, islanders, or whatever. Soldiers? You're yes, I was about to say, you're on an edge. Will you fall over if I shoot? Thank you, Machina. I'm just a radical when it comes to video games. I've been one for a long time. Stay down. Always liked Friday the 13th being slightly silly, honestly. Friday the 13th has no pretensions about being a series of fun kills with a cool mass slasher, and I think it really takes off once it fully embraces that. Yeah, like the Friday sequels were really fun, and Nightmare on Elm Street. Nightmare on Elm Street is so terrifying when you watch it as a kid, but when I rewatch it, I could definitely see that it's goofy. I could definitely tell that it's a mixed bag, acting prowess wise. Some actors do not deliver their lines very good. Some actors are not convincingly the age their character is supposed to be. You can clearly tell. Actually, I think I looked it up. The actress who played Tina was not actually that old. I thought she was like 25. Turns out she was like 19 or 20. So I overestimated. But there is a little bit of goofiness in Nightmare on Elm Street, and I'll tell you why. So you have like a mixture of modern actors, modern acting performances, the ways that people speak, and then you have one woman who seems like she's like classically trained. She doesn't fit or seem like an 80s mom, and I'm talking about Nancy's mother. Not from what? From whom? Follow me into the basement. She doesn't fit. She feels weird, and it's hilarious. It's amazing. But Nightmare on Elm Street was so good at balancing how strong its horror was with its nightmare sequences. But again, it does get silly. It does turn into Home Alone at some point. It's fascinating. But then the sequels, I think, fully embrace being 100% camp. You kind of lose that intensity that it used to have. That balance gets adjusted. What's your least favorite room encounter in Resident Evil 4? For me, it's the water room where you need to turn the cranks and defend Ashley while she turns those 2 cranks on the upper level. That room on the hardest difficulty was the bane of my existence for a good 2 days. I think that when I finally play Resident Evil 4 on professional mode, I think I will have a different answer. I might end up hating that room too. As somebody who only plays on normal difficulty for this typically, I got used to that room now. I did it earlier, and I actually did pretty good. I just had to be really aggressive and fast and not dick around and wait too much. And it turned out okay. But in terms of my current skill level, what room do I hate the most? What on average gives me the most trouble, it feels like, for some reason in my last few playthroughs, is that big open cave area that has all of the insects. Maybe I hate that the most? Yeah, literally, I'm going to be playing professional mode for the first time with you guys. So we're gonna find out how good I really am. And the salt levels are gonna be through the roof. Pumpkin, this is boring. Stop knifing them and making them fall. No. Stop it. Just progress already. Not yet. I think I'm supposed to drop down and then hit a switch. I forgot to do that. Is there a guy up here? I think I heard something. Usually stuff that drops down here, right? Come on. I hear you. I think it'll be fine. He's probably on my right? Whoa! Hey there, buddy! What's going on, big guy? I really should not leave an archer just chilling around. If I want to speedrun, fine, but do not leave an archer. Come on, think smart. Think smart. Be aggressive. Oh, I don't think I can even, like, wait for this one. Alright, I have to go back up this way? Wow, hey everybody. Whoa, matalo. Bye-bye. I'm supposed to be able to get behind him, right? Oh, thank God. Nope. Oh! He's gonna shoot me. Oh, you want to combo me, don't you? Bet that'll feel good, huh? Oh, the water's done. Wait, but there's supposed to be something behind. Those flails, I'll tell you, buddy. I tell you, buddy, they hurt. And they hurt a lot. Like, I'm not ready, right? Like, I'm not ready to go. I have to. Woo! I am able to just progress. There's something that you... Like, there's a reason why you can go behind his head. I don't remember why. This part's scary. Not this, but, like, this, where you're like, oh, shit! It's locked! You better be on point. Whee! This was an example that somebody quote retweeted, that person I was talking about earlier, as like, oh, you say Leon can work in a horror game, huh? Explain this. That's not Leon's fault. It's the damn game's fault. It's like, good argument that OP initially made, just a really bad, example game to use to make your point, unfortunately. So everybody's just going to be distracted by that. And I get that. I get that. I feel like it's fair. Of course people are going to be distracted if you use Resident Evil 4 as an example of, you can make a game that's like classic Resident Evil and horror and have Leon in it? Hello, Bassaret. We should be getting... We're going to fight Salazar first. Always mix their names up because they both start with a S. I forgot. Where do they... Okay, they don't ever come down here. Oh! Rough. Oh! Oh! I might die. Oh. Thank you. I have like 1 health. I know that you could shoot the guy that's pulling the lever. Oh! I thought I could, like, graze past. I'm dumb. The hitbox was too big. I used to play RE4 every summer, and since they dropped the seed, randomizer, and HD pack, their tradition continued. One of the last times I played RE4 was with a randomizer, and it was so fun. But, unfortunately, when I would go to replay Resident Evil 4, I would forget that I had the seed on, and I'm like, oh, I guess I'm playing randomizer again. And it would be the same seed. You have to generate new seeds, and I don't even know how to do that. Yeah, he spreads it, man. And we like that. Damn, why is my timing off for this? Is it just because, what, do I normally, like, shoot the guy? Ugh. Why am I off my groove today? Maybe I don't normally go this route. What do I do typically? See, this is what's fucking with me. I don't struggle here normally, but I did okay at the insect cave part this playthrough. I mean, I started fumbling it a little bit at the ends, but... It's like, where is he? He should... Wait. He should be, like... I think he's just right there. Oh, I have the shotgun out. I think this is him. Maybe. Maybe not. No! Nope. The way the aiming works, it's a little bit like... If you want it to be smooth, you have to use the analog stick. Sometimes it's hard to do kind of like a... I just want to do a little tiny adjustment, and then it goes too far. It's like, where is that fucking guy? Where is that? I think there's a better angle that I can get to it, not from here. Where are you? You should be in view. Not that I normally do this. Normally I just kind of like run and gun. Yeah, this is him. Now, does the other guy like take his place? It still seems to be going down, but is that because of like what he's already pulled, or is this same guy? What? That's not fair. I'm so impatient, bro. I'm not gonna waste a shot. And this is a long-winded game also. It's like, I thought like, oh yeah, we'll be Resident Evil 4 in 2 hours. Like, yeah, fucking right. We're gonna move on to Super Metroid soon, don't worry. Right. Be patient. Pumpkin, it's not hard. Be patient. Who is pulling the lever? Nope. Not this time. I think normally maybe I go here and stop trying to speedrun all the time. Plagas? Oh, no, no, no. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. I fucked up. I knew I'd fucked up. Where's my adaptive difficulty giving me my beautiful herbs? I've been having an herbless run. Oh my goodness. Thank God for dynamite. I'm good. Where's, Okay. It's like normally when I play legitimately, not coping, normally when I play legitimately, I just time it good enough to where I can just run up there and I just skip past all the bullshit. What? Where the fuck did that land? Did I just healed, right? Yeah. This part's gonna be pretty rough. So I got dynamite bros. I have like not enough health to tank what they're gonna do. Hold on, I got this guy at least. Hello, thank you, Ark. No. If that landed on me, I would have cried. I would have been on the islands if I wasn't yapping so much. But I keep pausing. I swear by this point, I know, I've just been botching it this run, like, in general. Like, there's some things that I've been doing pretty efficiently, and then there's other things that I've been doing where just like, Jesus Christ, am I new at the damn game? I want their, resources. Oh, right. They don't even, like, they have to get up close to even get hit by me. Whatever. Let me just progress. Doing a first third-person run of this game? Wait, a what? This is third person. What do you mean exactly? I knew I wouldn't be able to run up on him quick enough. Is streamer debuff. And should it be this strong? Give me like a red, bro. Bro. Give me a fucking red. Chaos theory. Now this part's fucking rough, man. I'm not set up the best. It's not the worst, I guess, but fucking shield bros. Gee, if I had the TMP, this might be okay. Oh, I thought I could quickly kind of run in there. No! Thank God the spread was kind of generous on that. Oh! Oh, I can't even get to him. Somebody might have landed behind me. Nope, I'm good. Give me a health item. Bro, mean game. Use melee? Be confident? I'm not dealing. It's not like I'm dealing with the shield bros, but there we go. Helmet, bro. Like perfect timing. I mean, there was another guy that I could have melee'd, but I wasn't confident. No! Right when I was about to switch to my pistol. Uh-oh. Man, that looks so gnarly. Whoa! He did not get staggered, bro. Don't hit his helmet. Are shield guys not supposed to drop down there? Did I miscalculate? I must be thinking of something else. I thought shield... Is the adaptive difficulty helping me? I thought shield bros come there. Maybe I misremembered. Village in third person is rough. It's just not designed for it. I tried to play it a little bit in third person, but I'm like, too little, too late. I'm already used to it in first person now. Like, I mean, I'm grateful that you, like, offer the option for third person, but, I mean, it's just too late for me. Based tomboy on Twitch. Thank you. Now I just need my gameplay skills to match it. We gotta get back in the groove. My pride is really, really, really shattered at the moment. I'm not okay. Oh, you were meaning R8. Okay, okay. I was about to say, like, wait, is there, like, another Resident Evil 4 thing I don't know about? So you said that you're going to start, like, your first village run on third person? Alright, so... That streamer debuff is... It hurts. It hurts. So... This part, when I'm at the top of my game, I demolish Sadler. Or Salazar. And Sadler, technically, if I'm being truthful. But I feel like the debuff's gonna kick my ass. And I don't like that. And I don't like that.
What are you buying? Is that all?
Let's make this easier. Shit, we are not even at the regenerators yet.
Is that... Thank you.
Using all my money to make this as strong as possible. Is this overkill? I'm scared of I'm scared of the debuff. I'm scared of the debuff, so I'm just gonna do this. I'm more worried about the prices. Oh, wait. You're talking about... Gaiden is 200 and Deadly Silence is 100. Bro, Deadly Silence is 100? It's good. It's a good fucking port. Okay. Be on the top of my game. There's an instant kill move. Shoot the eye. We should be okay. And the hitbox is kind of tight on this. Because if you aim the shotgun a little bit bad, I feel like the armor kind of kicks in. Do I have enough time for this? I might regret it. Oh, I do not want that. No. God, this Son. Interesting way they transform the boss in the remake, but this is just... I like this. I think he's about to come out. Uh-oh. He's going for the instant kill. It's like, remember, this is the boss fight that I used to be like, oh, he's so scary. I'll use a rocket launcher on him. But he's easy, easy, easy. Yay! And then if you drop down here whenever he's active, I guess it like keeps spawning all those insects, I think, to make sure that you can always like get ammo. Resources. God. There's so much. What's cool is, like, we're really far in the game, and there's still so much good fucking content. Like, there's the whole Krauser level, there's the Krauser boss fight. There's good shit everywhere in this game. And the island is good. Some people say that, the island, it's not as good, and it just goes full action, whatever. Still good. Great encounters. It's a challenging experience. Now, I can't guarantee that I'm going to play all of the rest of Resident Evil 4 because I am getting a little bit tired. And I might want to rest. Because I woke up late. Kind of. Like, I woke up early, then I went to bed. Then I woke up a few hours later. Went to work. Did work. Came home and then streamed. However, playing video games distracts me from the fact that I am not allowed to eat anymore today. Self-discipline is fun. I wish I didn't drink that coffee, though. Stopping at the island might be a good call. Yeah, maybe I'll, like, do that. Like, I think, like, Resident Evil 4 is a long game, even if you are kind of experienced. And factoring in, like, all the just chatting stuff that we've been doing. Or I take a break. And then I come back 3 hours from now and stream later tonight. It's not like I don't got plans. No, I gotta make my friends play the friend swap. Although one of my friends is not available. He went away for a LAN party. Ah! Nice try. Where'd the snake go? There you are. That would be good to top off. Do we choke Ada yet? Soon? Yes, Leon, soon. She got out of line. We don't skip Krauser cutscenes. It's not the first run of Village I played. Oh, I assumed that you just meant your first run doing the third person. I might have worded it bad, though. Dollhouse collab could be fun. Haven't done a big collab in a bit. Such soothing music. Do we deal with regenerators before Krauser? After Krauser? Let's see what the layout looks like. What is this room again? Oh, okay. I was like looking at this, I'm like, wait, what is... This doesn't look familiar, as in new. It's like, I'm just facing the wrong way. Oh, have a good night, and thank you for hanging out, Deep.
Got some red. What are you selling? Is that... Thank you. What are you buying?
You can make this stronger? I forgot.
Is that all?
For some reason, I thought you
Is
couldn't,
that all
like,
straight?
do anything with that.
Thank you.
Making that stronger, that is not an option.
Is that all?
Fair enough.
Thank you.
What
are you buying?
you spent a lot of money on that.
Is that all, stranger?
Did I reload my Magnum already? Probably. I'll upgrade it later. There's like a, quote, exploit where when you upgrade your weapons, to any degree, I believe it's supposed to refill your ammo. I don't know if that only works if you do capacity upgrades, but yeah. Don't you kill Krauser to get into the lab. We're about to head to the island. Oh yeah, we're literally getting to the island right now.
Need a ride, handsome?
Okay.
I can't recall. I'm scrambling the order. Speaking of regenerators, why did Capcom give them boob and jiggle physics in the remake? I don't know. Why did Capcom make them faster and give them tighter hitboxes for controller aimers? Ugh. Look at the weird effect her eyelashes did. She's like, don't look at me, boy. Eyes on the prize, Leon. And the prize is the Plagas. this song. Oh. It's okay if they're reusing a song they've reused or used before. It's just so good. I like Ada's animation whenever she climbs up this. It's all gymnastic and elegant. So cool. So based. Sexy. Sexy. You got the emerald. Hey. Oh, I can't go that way? Okay, only this way. You got Death Stranded too? I hope you enjoy Pecora. Peko. That looks so cute and darling. I need to play Death Stranded 1 still, though. Oh, shit. We had to do this whole segment, too. I'm like, we just got here. And I kept just moving. And this is, like, a pretty tough segment. Once I get here, I'll get to a, ink ribbon, or a save room. There's no ink ribbons in Resident Evil 4? I almost said classic. And I'm gonna stay here so I don't activate that one guy. Hold on. I thought, like, oh, I'll run in and I'll, like, be able to melee the other guy. But I'm like, nah, I think Flail Guy's faster than me. This music's fantastic, too. Uh-oh. Ooh, I might be too close. That's cutting it close. Whoa. I cannot go all the way back. I didn't want to use my flash just yet. I don't want to always be quick to do it. I have a rifle ammo. It's been upgraded. It should be better at being consistent. One-shotting these guys. Alright, so we gotta deal with the big man. It's like, I think it's like cool how you can equip the scope on and off. And that there's situations where it's just better to not zoom in. It takes too much time to zoom in. Whereas if you do it like this, it's like any other weapon where you just look for the red dot, boom. That's cool. I like that. Whoa, that's okay. That's okay. We didn't, like, time that good. I'm gonna wait until I get, like, red herbs. I don't want to start using this stuff yet. Oh, I didn't realize that he gets up so quick. Oh, whoa. In that case. That's cool. Like, literally, if I'm, like, kind of still in the same position where he was shooting, he doesn't, like, need to reorient or whatever. He just kind of, like, resumes. Like that. Now, if I was close to him, I could, like, melee him, too. But I'm just kind of playing it a little bit safe. Which way is he gonna go? Ah, I see. He shouldn't have much health left. I've been, like, rifling him in the face. I want him to get closer to me. But I don't want him to keep going to the right-hand side. I want you on the left side. No, he's coming this way. Okay. I gotta be prepared to move soon. He's gonna be close to me with a shotgun. Me with a shotgun. Pretty smooth. Could have been a little bit better, but I think that went fine. 5,000 green herbs. Now, sometimes I rush this part and ignore enemies, but I'm just taking my time. Oh yeah, isn't there? One of the guns is really good about pierce damage, with the shields or something. I don't know if you have to do like a full upgrade or whatever, but... Lucky.
Check your balls.
What's going on, fellas? Ooh! That's okay. I'm about to take another hit. That's fine. I ran in thinking that, oh, this melee prompt is in the bag, and it didn't happen. It happens. Let me reload. Yep, try and go for me. I'm gonna herd you guys over here. Come over into me. I call the shots. There's a guy at my right, I think. I hate whenever it does that headshots like that because it robs me of my melee. And there's an archer that I saw in the window. I'm gonna take care of him. I'm running. They might be close. Uh-oh. It's like, I hate when I accidentally do those. Because they stagger, but I'm not able to melee them. So it feels like a waste. Melee guy's over here, so then I'm gonna move here. Or the archer guy. Whoa. Did the archer move? Is that you? Are you the archer? I didn't get a good look at you. I just hear him continuously. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Don't plug us on me, bro. Okay. Should be somebody. Okay. Oh! He actually has me in view. I thought that he was doing like a weird, like, loop thing. Where I'm like, haha, he's gonna keep doing that, like, pull out crossbow thing and do it over and over. I thought he was, like, being jank. Whoa. Okay, so now we can just kind of calmly loot everything. Did you drop anything for me? I don't think so. I think that's the Punisher pistol. Okay. For some reason, I just always like get the red 9 because like, oh, that's not the default gun, and that popped up first. I know that you need the laser to kind of be active, but I want to try and see if I can move this one in place and get lucky. Like, do you have to... Nah, I don't remember very well. Not enough to just do it that way. There should be something over here. Red 9 is always safe, but due to just how hard it hits. I always forget the meta because I just don't retain information very well. Even if you explain it for me, I'll forget, but it's fun to just talk. So, what is the optimal... What is the strengths of the Red 9 versus the Punisher? I guess Punisher's main thing is the penetration, right? Oh, that's all this area is. Okay. Let's activate the lasers first. I thought... Oh, thank you, thank you. I thought there was going to be like an herb or something. Like, oh yeah, go here first, get the herb, then go do the thing. Punisher's all about penetration, but that's all it's got going for it. Red 9 hits like a truck when fully upgraded. Okay. So it's not bad that I stick with it, typically. Just habit. And every time I see the Punisher, I'm like, wow, the Punisher gun looks pretty. I thought about climbing through the window, and then I realized there's just like a path right here. I'm a start and pistol stand. I like the additional crit it gets on headshot. I think I've heard about that. Like, the start and pistol does have, what's the term? Application, right? I can't remember if Mina's critiqued the Resident Evil 4 weapon roster. Something like... I don't remember if it was Resident Evil 4 Remake. Or mainly Village. Village's thing is... weapon upgrading is kind of like linear, if that makes sense. Like, in Resident Evil Village, there's just no reason to keep using your start and stuff. Unless you want to self-challenge your stuff. Yourself. And I feel like that's fair. I don't remember quite all the nuances of Resident Evil 4 Remake's weapon upgrade system. Thank you, Centric. Thank you, thank you. Oh. You on me? Why do they purr? And then there's the Matilda, which gets the 3-round burst. I don't like burst fire because I feel like it's just so easy for me to fuck it up and not manage my ammo well. Does that make sense? This is where I came from. There's alternate routes, right? Like you can go up here. Oh, no, you can't. I thought this was a path. I'm mixing it up with another area. This is where I came from? Initially? Correcto? Oh. I never got this. Let's just do that really quick. Why are the Ganados ooh-wooing me? Yeah, they're like flirting with me. Why? I mean, I'm not gonna complain. I want Krauser to flirt with me. Okay. Just a nice view. Can I sneak up on him? Like stealth? No! Oh no! God, I hope the remake had stealth. Shirtless knife fighting is flirting. It is. And then he keeps dolling himself up for me more and more. Leon, what do you think of this? I put something else on. Leon's like, yeah, I know you're mentally ill. You don't need to do a makeup to tell me that. Oh, how do I do this again? Do you have to, No. It's not like modern games. I think there's like another path to get in there. Because I'm thinking like, wait, do I throw an explosive here? And it's like, nah, that would be like if it was the remake or something. Oh. Ooh, that hits hard. I just insisted on dancing. I thought he was gonna plug us. Okay, so this shows me there's a path, and it'll be like there's like jewelry and some spike trap thing. So silly, how quaint. Anything else in here? Okay. What do you get here again? Oh, right. I think that's already complete, right? There's not like any... Hey, what's going on? There we go. Burst fire weapons for me are more a New Game Plus thing to mess around with. I suppose like if you get the hang of it, you can make it work. I know like in Resident Evil 5, there's like Excellus pistol, which is kind of burst fire. And if you get good at it, you can treat it as a not burst fire. You just gotta get good. Or like using the machine gun. In Resident Evil 5, I like to use the machine gun as a pistol. To like have so much ammo to start up melees basically. Oh, so I was close enough, huh? Oh no. Dynamite combo could have been pretty bad. I need to just... I need to just go this way. It's safer. I just... Archers. Ugh. There's a switch here. Will you press it? Yeah. Should I go back and gather some resources? Money? Alright, let's just keep going this way. Wait, I have a typewriter. No! Ooh. That was foolish. I didn't think he was rushing me. Hey, merchant. I'm hurt. Do you want to buy some TMP ammo? Are there any more shops? Always. Always. What can I buy? Oh, treasure map? Nah. Ugh, I fucking knew it. This is just so much better. I'll buy it. I'll use up the Magnum, maybe on regenerators, if I remember to. Use them on the regenerators. And then instead of reloading, I'll sell it and then buy the new Magnum. I got too greedy and I forgot, like, I was like, do I want to buy this first Magnum? And aren't I going to get another one later? I think I just got this new Magnum, right? It does help against Salazar. So, I mean, it's not like a complete waste or anything. But I did upgrade this a lot. What is its max power? Well, I guess I'll worry about it later, right? Yeah, let's see. It's like I might as well commit to it. Because, I mean, Sadler's not really hard exactly. The Magnum does help whenever you down him. Oh my god, I can't wait to do Sadler. The Sadler meta for me is... Oh. I didn't mean to reset. Sadler meta for me is use the Mind Thrower. Aim kind of like... aim at his main body. Like his, like, Hanan body. And then... the explosion will hit all of his weak points down in him and the new Magnum. Lather, rinse, repeat. I fucking love the Mind Thrower so much. Why did the remake take it away from me? And change it and make me not a god anymore? But yeah, I'm definitely fatigued. I think I need to take a break. Too much. I had a lot of fun this stream. I feel like I was... very, very energetic and excited. Although I ended up mellowing out really, really quick once I'm done with my tangent. It burnt out my meter, my social meter. So I really I gotta rest. Because I feel like I'm in a brain fog. Like I need to stop thinking. I need to stop talking. I need to go somewhere and lie down and do nothing. Wasn't Broken Butterfly special upgrade just a fancier reload animation? Is it? Is it really that worthless? I mean, I wouldn't say that's worthless, but it's fine. It's like, whatever. We'll just replay Resident Evil 4 again another time, and then I'll get the Magnum that I should get later, you know? It's fine. Thank you guys for chilling. And for anybody who's interested in that tangent specifically, which was at the beginning of the stream, you can either watch the VOD or wait for me to highlight specifically that entire segment, and then I'll upload it as an actual YouTube video. Because every now and then I like to upload YouTube content, I guess. Or whatever. But I will be back either tonight, again, at like, what time? I don't know. I don't think I should come back. I really need to rest. But I will be back tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern time. Gonna just play more of this, I guess. There's still quite a bit left, so I don't actually think I'm going to get to Super Metroid then. So sorry, Super Metroid. But I think we left off in a good place in that. So whenever we hop back to it, not that much time would have passed. I think I was heading to the elevator again for some reason. You guys will probably help remind me. Do Mercenaries? Yeah, like, I'll do Mercenaries, Resident Evil 4 Mercenaries. I haven't done it a lot. I just prefer Resident Evil 5 Mercenaries. But RE4 Mercenaries is pretty fun, so we'll definitely do that. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and link all my socials. You know how this goes. Here's my website that has all my external links, ways to support me, Twitter, VOD channel, whatever you expect from a VTuber, basically. I have my Discord, if you want to join my Discord community and hang out and chill. And don't forget the Thane game, basically. Not the official Thane game, but Nuclear Nightmare. Let me link that for you guys again. I want to be playing that with people. I want to play that with my like personal off VTuber friends, and then I also want to play with you guys too, as like a community kind of thing. I feel like that would be really fun. And watching Breaking Bad season 2, and then eventually moving on to Batman Beyond. So I have plans for you. And then, and if you join my Discord, you are able to opt into alerts for like when I go live, alerts for the watch parties or the game nights, etc. Here's my Twitter, where I make my thumbnail announcements and destroy my algorithm by being naughty and using hashtags, which I haven't been doing lately. I'm sure you noticed. I'm gonna be a good girl. And then I also have... That's all I really need to post. I don't need to post every single thing every single time. Let me go ahead and post this for the other chat. That is my website if you want to check out all my socials. It's just easier to post multiple links in here and then one link in the other place. You know what I mean? And thank you for always plugging the merch link, Machina. Thank you so much. So yeah, I guess I'll see you guys later. Thank you for keeping me company. Now, let's go ahead and see who is around and who we can raid. Normally, we would be raiding Mame, but she is still on her hiatus. So, I don't know who I want to pick. There's, like, a lot of good options. Yeah, like, especially today. It feels like everybody's on. Oh my god, I cannot pick. Oh my god, I've clicked the show more, like, 3 times. Oh my god! Bluntilda's showing her new hair! Oh my god. I was thinking about raiding Haunch because they're playing like something Castlevania, which could be kind of cool, but I want everybody to see Bluntilda's new hair, so let's raid Bluntilda. Okay. Goodbye, everybody. Bye, 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 bye.